today's Cape Atlantic League Championship matchup.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Cape Atlantic League Finals right here on Cape Atlantic Live, fueled by Body Armor. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff for the boys' final between the Middle Township Panthers and the Mainland Mustangs. Middle Township, #1 in the Cape Atlantic League this year. Mainland, the #3 seed. Starting lineup is about to be introduced. Middle is going to be wearing the gray uniforms today with the orange lettering and black trim. Mainland wearing the what is now considered the new road uniforms, the all whites, of course, with the green trim. Brian, this is a matchup of two of the best teams we've seen all season long. Middle has been pretty much the de facto best team in the conference this year. Mainland, a strong win over Ocean City in the semifinals to get that minor upset. So looking into this one, this is probably the final a lot of people were anticipating just a couple weeks ago.
Well, and before the season, too, Nick. A lot of people anointed these two teams as the two best. Ocean City obviously emerged as a great team. They beat Mainland earlier in the season, but then lost the semifinal. But and Atlantic City, obviously, as we know, gave Middle Township all they could handle at a 16-point lead in the semifinal. Middle came back and won by 6. But this should be an outstanding game. It basically, you have the toughness and physicality of Mainland against the speed and athleticism of Middle Township. So you see, these are experienced teams. The starters are being introduced for Mainland. Stephen Ordilli, along with Rocco DiBiaso in the backcourt. Ordilli's a senior, DiBiaso a junior, and then Timmy Traveline plays a third guard position. Mainland's kind of 4 guards. I guess Cohen Cook you could consider a forward, but he's really a guard. And then Jamie Tyson and Cook, Traveline, and Tyson are all seniors. Mainland coached by Danny Williams.
And you Cohen Cook, you just mentioned, he's that guard-forward hybrid. Obviously a football star, as a lot of these guys are on this Mainland basketball team. You mentioned that toughness and physicality. That's the type of game they want to play. They want to keep it low scoring in the 40s and also in the 50s. Maybe try to slow this high-powered Middle attack down.
And like Mainland, the Middle will have 4 seniors and a junior in the starting lineup. And they're led by Jameer McNeil, a junior. He's one of the most explosive players in the Cape Atlantic League. Also in the backcourt with him, his older brother, Bubba McNeil, along with Anthony Trombetta, who's a lethal three-point shooter, and then down low, Michael Zarfati and the 6'6" Real Basquine. Middle is coached by Lamar Greer, of course, in his 3rd season. Middle is probably a little deeper than Mainland. They'll play as many as 4 kids off the bench. Mainland may only play a couple in most games, so we'll see how that plays out if Middle's depth becomes a factor that tips the game in their favor potentially. 3 officials, of course. You got Ed Gorski as the lead official. He's the only official with his jacket off. He's in the middle of your screen. Mike Cook's on the left, Percy Valentine on the right.
Saw you chumming it up too, Brian. Obviously, giving these guys, a little bit of a hard time. Of course, it's all in good fun. Obviously, it should be quite a basketball game this afternoon. Of course, as we alluded to, the scoring prowess of Middle. They are undefeated in Cape Atlantic League play this year. Only 2 losses this year, 24-2. And those were to College Achieve up in Asbury Park and, of course, to Archbishop Carroll of Philadelphia.
Well, Nick, for the next 32 minutes, I certainly won't be the only one giving the officials some consternation. They're going to hear it from everybody here. It's the way it always is.
It's always quite the atmosphere here at Egg Harbor Township. Obviously, the host Eagles won last year's Cape Atlantic League tournament over St. Augustine Prep. Some new blood this year. Middle looking for that first Cape Atlantic League title in quite some time. Mainland just won a couple of years ago, and they, after that Cinderella run, more of a favorite type run here in this season as well. So again, this is a matchup that, again, as we mentioned, a lot of people were looking forward to throughout the entire season.
It'll be Basquine for Middle in the charcoal jersey. Tyson for Mainland in white. Ed Gorski has the basketball, and we are ready to go.
We are underway. Opening tip won by the Panthers. It is Jameer McNeil taking it across the timeline on this opening possession of the Cape Atlantic League Finals here, fueled by a Body Armor.
No surprise, Mainland starts in man-to-man.
McNeil down underneath. As for Basquine, finds McNeil streaking towards the basket for 2, and the Panthers get the first bucket of the ball game. It's Cohen Cook now for the Mustangs.
Interesting matchup here with Real Basquine guarding Cohen Cook.
Want your big man on the most physically gifted player, arguably, for Mainland in Cohen Cook. Here's Stephen Ordilli, good feed. It's Jamie Tyson, the turnaround shot off the glass. He banks it in, and Jamie Tyson evens things up.
I don't think he meant to bank that, but it counts.
Bubba McNeil, a quick pump fake in the corner. He'll get at the outlet, pass out to Jameer, and now Middle will swing it around. Basquine, turnaround shot is good. My goodness, that was a big-time shot.
Yeah, he's turned into a really good shooter from that range.
Cook back the other way quickly, and Mainland responds right away, tied at 4.
Yeah, no one can get a stop yet. The teams have combined to shoot 4 for 4 from the floor.
A good offensive flow as McNeil turns around, whistle, so this one's going to be going the other way.
Traveling violation on McNeil there. Little extra hop on his step back, and that is a travel.
Tough one there. It looked like actually a good look there for Jameer McNeil as the Mustangs will inbound the basketball.
Good crowd on hand, Nick. Probably 3/4 full here at EHT. And, this is probably the biggest high school gym, this or Atlantic City, the biggest high school gym in the Cape Atlantic League.
Provides quite the atmosphere every single season. Here's Ordilli guarded by Trombetta. Finds DiBiaso, swinging over to Cook now in the corner.
Great help and recover by Bubba McNeil defensively there.
3-pointer missed there by Traveline. Rebound by Basquine, and now Jameer McNeil for Middle. McNeil on the top of the key. Calling on the offense at Zarfati, swinging over to Trombetta.
Mainland switched the zone, Nick. They're playing a 2-3 here.
McNeil, good guard there by Basquine. Missed the 3-pointer, though. It's up for grabs. Ordilli, a tough rebound, and we're going to get a whistle. It will be a travel.
I think Ordilli may have stepped on Tyson's foot, and that caused him to lose his balance, and he shuffled his feet after getting that rebound.
A little awkward exchange there. Zarfati off the outlet pass. Gets it back over to Bubba McNeil. Back to Zarfati. 3-pointer on the way. It is good. Zarfati.
Zarfati's been shooting the 3 better in this Cape Atlantic League tournament. He made 3 in the semifinal against Atlantic City.
Came into the afternoon with 155 points on the season. His return to the basketball court this year as a senior. Traveling, getting over to Tyson. Good feed. Traveling, driving, and a whistle on the way up, and a foul coming.
That's not a good foul there by Middle. This is going to go against Basquine. And Lamar Greer, you can see Middle's coach showing him they had Traveline really was going to have to make a very, very difficult shot. And instead of just sticking his hand straight up in the air, Basquine swatted down at the basketball, and that's where the foul occurred.
So Traveline will shoot 2 as the first foul assessed in this ball game. It is to Real Basquine as Traveline nails the, or beg your pardon, misses the first free throw there, right off the iron.
Yeah, that ball did everything but go in. First of 2 today, we have Wildwood Catholic and Mainland coming up in the girls' game at 2 o'clock.
Should be another good final as Traveline Misses both, and a good offensive board there by Cohen Cook near the baseline. Trying to get by traveling. Reverse layup is no good. And here comes Bubba McNeil.
Basquine really affected that shot.
Trombetta 3 in the corner. Got it. Middle, up top by 6.
And Middle shooting the ball particularly well to start the game here. They're 4 for their first 5.
We're going to get a jump ball here. Trombetta getting in the way of Stephen Ordilli. And boy, Middle's defense came to play this afternoon.
Possession to Mainland. That's the one thing. If you're going to play Mainland, you better bring a certain toughness. And Middle Township, so far as you mentioned, Nick, has.
Physicality is here so far. Tyson to inbound, finds Traveling in the corner. Underneath Cohen Cook again. He's guarded by Basquine. Puts one up off the glass, no good. Got his own miss, and the putback is good by Cohen Cook. Second effort.
Cook used his body well there. To free himself after getting the offensive rebound.
Bubba McNeil, top of the key. Back over Zarfati, a little pump fake here, kicking it back out to Bubba. And we are going to get a whistle. Hold the phone here, and we're going to have some blood. It looks like Basquine got hit.
Yeah, Basquine looks like he got hit with an elbow or something. He's got a cut on his lips, so he's got to come out. Chase Moore, sophomore guard, will check in for him.
Over 3 minutes gone in this first quarter. Middle Township a 4-point lead. The inbound here to Trombetta, swinging it back over to Jameer McNeil. Guarded by Ordilli, trying to find some space in the corner. Three-pointer out for Bubba McNeil. He's got it. Middle, sharp from downtown right now. And I think we have another stoppage here. I believe it's blood cleanup from Basquine.
Yeah, I think there's some blood on the floor that Mike Cook, the official, noticed. So they're going to have to get that cleaned up before they restart the game. But a great start for Middle shooting the basketball, and they lead at 13-6.
Well, so far in this game, Brian, you look at what the Panthers are able to do beyond the arc. Again, they're matching the physicality of Mainland right now. Mainland is scoring on some of these possessions, but right now Middle just too strong right now from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and Middle is a good three-point shooting team. They average a little over eight made threes per game. Now, they didn't shoot it particularly well in the semifinal game, but they are off to a good start from distance as they've made 3 of their first 4 from beyond the arc, and they lead at 13-6.
Some fans still filing in.
This is kind of a free timeout for both teams here as they clean up this blood on the far side of the court there, on the right side of the court on your screen.
I guess they don't have Clorox wipes on standby. You have to go to the bag for this one.
So Mainland gets a chance to regroup here, trailing at 13-6.
It seems like, Brian, right now, Middle likes the matchup with Real Basquine whenever he does come back into the game. They love that matchup on Cohen Cook, arguably Mainland's best player, again, most athletic player.
Oh, and the thing is, they're what it does is obviously it puts some length out there against Cook, and it's going to make him try to make it difficult for him to shoot jump shots. And then obviously Basquine can guard the rim as well. Now we're ready to go as they got the blood cleaned up. Middle showing full court press.
Traveling back out to Ordilli, stolen away. Jameer McNeil dishing it over to Bubba McNeil. Left-handed layup is good. And just like that, it's a 9-point lead for the Panthers. Tough defense so far from Middle. DiBiase trapped down here. Now it's up to Cohen Cook. Cook lost possession. Jameer McNeil back the other way. Driving, right hand off balance.
Well, here's the one thing.
The basket here.
Jameer McNeil is a wonderful player, but what he needs to work on, Nick, is going to his left. He had an opportunity to go left to the basket there, and he got it back to his right, and Mainland was able to stop the fast break, the easy opportunity with the foul.
They do not count the basket that occurred before the shot. The Middle does reset here. Foul was assessed to Rocco DiBiase, the first for Mainland, so each team has one apiece in this first quarter. This one poked away. Jamie Tyson showing off the defensive prowess, come back the other way, and he lays it in safely. And Mainland finally gets a much-needed bucket.
Chase Moore is going to be a terrific player, Nick. He's a sophomore. He's got some length. He's about 6'5", but the one weakness he has right now is at times he's not very strong with the ball, and he lost it there to Tyson.
Here's Trombetta now driving towards the paint. Some contact down below, and it's going to be a foul on Middle coming back the other way.
Trombetta took one dribble too many. He needed to take a jump stop right in front of that defender. Mainland's very good at that, at bringing help defenders into the paint and drawing offensive fouls.
DiBiase trapped down here by 3 players, and Cook unable to get the ball here. And that one's stolen away.
Great play by McNeil to come up with the steal and stay in bounds.
3-pointer for Bubba McNeil is good. 10-point lead for the Panthers here in the first quarter. Some quick passing by Mainland. Alley-oop here for Tyson. Converts on the other end. A fancy layup for the Villanova commit.
Good delivery by Cook. Easy finish for Tyson. And then Mainland did a good job there passing ahead aggressively against that pressure.
Middle's turning this into a track meet right now. Mainland trying to keep up. Here's Zarfati over to Trombetta. Trombetta, long-range 3 off the mark. And a rebound here for DiBiase. DiBiase has to stop now. He has to pass it away. He's got it over to Tyson, who crosses the timeline. Tyson trapped here. Ball up for grabs.
Great play by Chase Moore.
Zarfati up the other way, and a foul coming. And I believe this one's going to be on Travaline.
That was basically 2 things there. Frustration by Travaline, number 1, and number 2, good foul to stop the fast break by Middle. Just a second team foul on Mainland.
There was another look at that alley-oop to Tyson right there on your screen. Middle resets here. Under 3 minutes to play first quarter. They lead by 8. Trombetta into the paint, driving, wave off the basket here. Oh, he traveled.
Yeah, he traveled. I think at first he was going to pull up at the foul line, and then he saw a lane and went, and he kind of you could have really called a travel or a double dribble there, because he kind of held his dribble while he took an extra step, held the ball in the air.
Lowenstern gets this one out to Cohen Cook. He'll drive off balance, no good. Put back here, and that one's also no good, but a whistle. So Cook doing a lot of the dirty work down low on a good feed there from Keaton Lowenstern. And this foul coming on Jameer McNeil. That's his first. 3rd middle foul of the quarter, by the way. Cook will go to the line and shoot 2.
If Basquine cleaned up, he'll be ready to check in from that cut he sustained on his bottom lip.
Cohen Cook, first free throw is good. Got a friendly bounce. Basquine's back in. Chase Moore takes a seat.
There's one weakness to Cook's game. He's not a terrific free throw shooter, but he made some clutch ones in the 4th quarter against Ocean City earlier in the week in the semifinal.
We're just about to say he was a big reason why Mainland got by their rival. Misses the second one as Basquine pulls down the board.
Cook almost got the offensive rebound. Middle Township failed to check out the free throw shooter.
Here's Zarfati back over to Trombetta late here, first quarter. Alley-oop to Zarfati, a lot of contact down low. Kicks it back out, though. Jameer McNeil pumps, lost the handle, stolen away. Travaline trying to get it. Now McNeil gets it back somehow.
I think Trombetta tried to foul him on purpose, and the whistles were silent.
McNeil, good move to the basket. He converts as Cook falls to the floor. Middle back up by 9.
I think Anthony Trombetta was trying to foul Travaline to stop the fast break, and Travaline lost the ball, and there was no whistle. Middle really caught a break there.
Here's Ordilli. Back over to Lowenstern, far side. Cook in the paint, kicks it out.
Pass.
Tyson, 3-pointer. High bounce and out of bounds.
Yeah, it hit one of the poles or involved with the basket support or that rope up there, and that's why it's you see the replay on that turnover there by Mainland.
Here's McNeil. Turns, takes it back over. Middle's going to swing it around. Here's Jameer McNeil, top of the key. Guarded by Cook. Good move to the basket, puts it up. Oh, and he's got it! And 1.
Middle Township, Nick, looks like they have an extra spring to their step collectively. This Mainland team is more athletic than you think, but Middle Township is really showing off their speed and athleticism here, and they've doubled up Mainland at this point. 22-11 with McNeil going to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
It's like they've played 2 games today so far, Brian. They are beating them in the track meet, and then obviously you look at the physicality right now of Middle Township is winning a lot of these close battles. A 12-point lead for Middle. Here comes Traveling, good bounce pass. Tyson driving to the basket. Quick conversion right there. He wanted a foul, not going to get it, but Mainland cuts the lead back down to 10. Zarfati. That's Bubba McNeil, far side underneath. Here's Basquine. Basquine, couple of dribbles, lost the handle, stolen away. Ordili trying to make it back to a single-digit game, driving to the basket, coast to coast, and Mainland cuts it back down to 8.
Boy, and if you're Middle Township's coaching staff, you can't be happy with that transition defense, as Ordili went right to the basket without even having the turn. He just dribbled right to the rim.
McNeil trying to do it himself, turns around, puts it up off the glass. You can't stop this kid today. It's a 10-point lead again for Middle.
30 seconds to go in the quarter, excuse me.
Here's Ordili. 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Back over Ordili. Underneath for Cook. He's guarded by Basquine in the paint. He'll pull it back out. Mainland would like to make this a single-digit game going into the second quarter. Here's Travaline. Trying to get some help. Bothered by Zarfati, stealing it away. Zarfati to the other end. He converts. Middle up by 12. Travaline with 1 second. And this shot's on the way. Well short. And after the first quarter, Middle Township leads this one 27-15.
Well, Middle Township has found a lot of success defensively, Nick. They're jumping every ball screen, and they're causing some turnovers, and Zarfati got that one there, and a terrific finish using his body to shield away the defender at the rim to give Middle Township the 12-point lead after the first quarter. But if you're Mainland, more than anything, you've got to be unhappy with the way they're turning the ball over, and to allow Middle Township to score 27 points in a quarter, that's an awful lot of points in a high school game.
It was all Panthers in that first quarter. Again, just as a reminder, we will have the girls' game at 2 o'clock approximately between Mainland and Wildwood Catholic. The Mainland girls just arrived towards the end of that first quarter.
Nick, we were just handed the official stats, and the number that jumps out, Middle Township 11 for 13 from the floor in that first quarter. Turnovers were 7-6, 7 for Mainland, 6 for Middle. But a lot of Mainland's turnovers were live ball turnovers, giving Middle breakouts and getting easy baskets down the other end.
And if you're just looking at possession by possession, Brian, it's actually a pretty even ball game. You look at the shots taken by both teams, 11 for 13, as you mentioned, for Middle, but 7 for 12 for Mainland right now. And again, some of the free throws have been missed, so that's your big difference right now in this 12-point contest.
Yeah, and then obviously Middle Township's three-point shooting, they are 4 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Second quarter begins here with Middle Township in possession of the ball. Jameer McNeil, guarded by Tyson, trying to get by him. Now guarded by Ordili. It's Basquine now kicking it back out. Trombetta. Couple pump fakes from Trombetta, driving, kicking it out. Swinging over to Zarfati, far side of the court. And now Middle trying to get some decent ball movement here. Good defense so far from Mainland. McNeil, great ball handler, gets it over to Bubba for 3. No good, and Tyson pulls down the miss. Tyson trying to go coast to coast. Underneath DiBiaso. Good feed to Cohen Cook.
This is where Mainland's finding their success offensively in transition.
Zarfati back over to Trombetta. Pump fakes on that pass. Finds Bubba top of the key. Back over Zarfati. Pumps again. So Mainland trying to slow the pace down just a little bit. This is what they want to do. They want to force Middle into many different looks here. Zarfati, top of the key, gets it back over to Jameer McNeil along the left wing. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a push away from the ball.
It's on Travaline pushing through the screen. Amir Elston, number 13 for Middle Township, checking in. Bubba McNeil will sit for a little.
This is the first we're going to see from the junior guard, Amir Elston, 144 points to his name this season.
Great three-point shooter, shooting right around 50% on threes, Nick. It's a terrific percentage, obviously.
Gonna have to watch out for him, but it's Jameer McNeil off the jump shot, no good. He tried to pull off from the free throw line.
He thought he was fouled, no whistles coming.
Ordili almost lost the handle, now it's Tyson. Underneath DiBiaso in the paint, back out Cook, and it's Tyson again. In the corner for DiBiaso. Mainland trying to swing it around, Ordili pulls up for 2 off the mark, and it's Jameer McNeil once again. Zarfati,
great pass.
Basquine to the basket. some contact.
Because an intentional foul has been called against Mainland on this.
Officials are going to conference here.
The foul, it's an intentional foul against Jamie Tyson.
That's his first.
And we see the replay here. Oh yeah, Tyson, 2 hands to the back from behind. That is the very definition of an intentional foul. So Basquine will get 2 free throws. Mainland's going to take a timeout first, though.
That's a 10-point lead for Middle with 6:12 remaining in this first half. They've controlled this game, Brian, but again, it looked like Mainland was starting to slow them down a little bit in the early goings of this second quarter, but again, just the mistakes and the missed shots right now for the Mustangs are haunting them.
You know, you can get away, and you can get away from that. You can get away with that foul from behind if it's just one hand, just a little push to maybe put the offensive player off balance. It would just be a common foul. But when you come in from behind with 2 hands into the back, when you have a player going to the rim, that's an easy intentional foul call by the official. And it's a good call there by Ed Gorski.
.612 remaining here in the second quarter. A 10-point lead for Middle Township. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff here on Cape Atlantic Live for the Cal Finals, presented by Body Armor, as Basquine missed his first free throw here after the intentional foul. He will shoot another, and that one rattles in.
The Middle ahead by 11. Now they'll get the basketball, and that's on an intentional foul. It's a spot of the, well, now you have the 4 designated throw-in spots, but either way, Middle Township will inbound underneath their offensive basket.
Here's the feed to Jameer McNeil, looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Trombetta, a quick pump fake, guarded by Lowenstern, and we're going to get some contact here as Lowenstern was hit. I believe we're going to get an offensive foul here.
No, it's on. That's on Lowenstern.
Well, he at least tried to sell it there. That'll be Lowenstern's first. That's already the 3rd foul, Brian, of this quarter for Mainland, so they got to be careful here with the foul trouble. Another inbound coming. McNeil lost the handle.
Lazy pass by Trombetta there, nearly a turnover by Middle.
Chase Moore. McNeil again. Or Dilly sticking to him at the moment.
Middle with 2 bigs in the game right now with Moore and Basquine.
Elston had that one slightly tipped, but Trombetta able to recover. McNeil again, top of the key, driving to his left, hop step, turns, Basquine. This is on the way for a 3. It's no good. Ball loose, picked up by DiBiaso. Trying to go back coast to coast, feeds it. Tyson, pump fake underneath the baseline, has to kick it back out to Cohen Cook. Cook driving into the corner, and out of bounds it goes. And I don't think Lowenstern was ready for that pass. Unless it was.
Well, the ball was deflected by Middle Township.
Yeah, it looked like Moore was ready to inbound, so they are going to rule this Mainland basketball.
Jameer McNeil will sit. Aiden Howe, junior guard, comes in for Middle Township.
Here's Ordilly. Now it's Lowenstern. Ordilly again. And they're going to play catch right now as they try to set up this offensive set. Ball tipped again, out of bounds. It still remains Mainland basketball. Tyson inbound, finds Cohen Cook. He'll drive to the baseline, drawing some contact. He converts, and Cohen Cook just too tough down low.
That's bad defense by Middle there. They had Cook isolated on Basquine with no help anywhere in sight. That's an easy basket for Cook.
Little pull up there from Basquine, no good. Howe pulls down the miss, and we're going to get a whistle.
That is a tremendous offensive rebound by Aiden Howe.
So if they're going to hit Cook for that foul, it's his second, already Mainland's 4th.
And the Middle is going to be shooting the rest of the way on any defensive foul.
Chase Moore, Trombetta, corner 3, no good. It's loose, and DiBiaso gets the miss. So Mainland is within single digits here. Trying to cut into the lead, though, as Cohen Cook has the basketball. We'll hand off here to Tyson sloppily, and he can't convert the layup with the right hand. Another 3 on the way. That one no good. Good board by DiBiaso, and now Cook.
Too quick of a shot if you're Middle.
Three ball on the way for Lowenstern. Trying to cut into the lead, no good. And the shooting is just not going down for either side here in the past few possessions. Almost halfway through the second quarter. Panthers trying to slow things down a little bit and reset.
Even though
Trombetta.
Middle's got this 9-point lead, Nick, you're sensing a little change in the momentum here toward Mainland to see if they can capitalize.
Basquine underneath, guarded by Tyson, kicks it back out. Three ball on the way. It is good, Amir Elston. You called it.
Sometimes momentum can be the next made three-pointer, and Middle Township gets one there.
That's why they wanted him on the floor off the bench. 12-point lead for the Panthers.
Matches their largest.
In the corner, it's DiBiaso. Back out for Ordilli, top of the key. Lobbing one up. Tyson, amid some contact, puts one up and no good, but a foul coming. They're going to hit Chase Moore with that foul. That's his first team foul of the quarter for Middle Township. And Tyson's going to go to the line and shoot two.
It's actually a good foul by Chase Moore to take away the layup from Tyson, make him earn two at the line. As you said, only the first team foul on Middle in the period.
First free throw is good for Tyson.
Tyson has 9. And he's tied for team high with Cohen Cook. Cook and Tyson have 18 of Mainland's 20 points. Ordilli with a bucket as well.
Yeah, Ordilli just checked out. Traveline's back in as Tyson converts both free throws back to a 10-point margin. Here's Aiden Howell. Junior guard gets over to Chase Moore. Now Trombetta, far side of the court. Elston, Howell again. Middle trying to find an opening. It's Basquine.
Great high screen and roll, and a terrific delivery of that pass by Aiden Howell.
Traveling over to Lowenstern, back Traveling again. Driving to the paint, gets one up, and it is good. It rattles home, so Timmy Traveling off balance.
Tough shot. He got away with a walk on the beginning of that move to the basket. The Mainland will certainly take it. That was a terrific finish. Near steal by Cook there.
Here's Elston, guarded by DiBiaso. He's going to keep following him, kicking it back over. This is Howell. Middle trying to slow things down, get this one going, or get this offensive series going. Basquine coming up to help. Howell driving to his left. Bounce pass. Underneath, it's Chase Moore. Wild shot, no good. Cook deflects in out of bounds.
Oh, Middle thought that was their ball, and I think Cook did too, because he actually tried to save it, but the officials ruled that ball was off of Middle Township.
So there will be DiBiaso to inbound the basketball. Trombetta is going to check out. Jameer McNeil's back in, as is Zarfati. Traveling long pass. Here's Cohen Cook. Lobbing one up for Tyson. Wild shot. Gets one over to Cook again, kicking it back out. Lowenstern's open for three. Cannot convert. Up for grabs. Aiden Howell, the rebound. Mainland had their opportunity there, could not convert. Jameer McNeil the other way. Kicks it back out, Zarfati. Over 2 minutes to go in the half. McNeil to his right. Good hop step and waved that one off. He walked.
Great defense by DiBiaso. Stayed in front of him and caused the turnover.
And this is the way they're going to stay in the game, Brian. The Mustangs, I know they're down by 10, but you force Middle into mistakes. It'll remain a tight basketball game. Wave off this shot. Foul occurred on the floor here.
So Cook fouled on the pass.
They're going to hit Elston. Foul, his first.
So Basquine and Bubba McNeil back in. Elston and Moore go to the bench.
DiBiaso to inbound. Trying to find somewhere to go. In the corner's Traveling. Now it's Lowenstern. DiBiaso in the paint. Back out Tyson for three. No good. Cook trying to fight for the board. He knocked it out of bounds. It's middle ball.
DiBiaso was open early. Would have been a wide open layup. That pass was delivered a little late, and DiBiaso ended up having to kick it out as the defense recovered.
You're not going to get too many chances if you're Mainland to really cut into this lead. Middle's not going to be dormant on offense all afternoon. Zarfati. Back over to Jameer McNeil. Into the paint, kicking it back out. It's Bubba with a quick pump fake. Cross-court pass, Basquine, good fake here, driving. Lost the handle, though. It's stolen away by DiBiaso.
I think Cook caused the turnover.
Cook almost mishandled the ball here. Here's Traveline, driving. They wanted a walk. He pulls up for two. That one's no good, and Howe gets the miss. Howe up ahead. Zarfati.
Traveled.
And he traveled. With 1:08 to go in the half here, Brian, you're looking at Mainland. They're converting. I mean, they have their opportunities off these misses and these turnovers, but they just can't convert on the offensive end.
They've held Middle to 6 points so far this quarter after they got 27 in the first. But still a 10-point lead for the Panthers.
Tyson, Traveling, pumps, driving baseline, pulls up. No good, and a foul. So they're going to hit Zarfati for this one. Under a minute to go, Mainland trying to bring it back to single digits. As you mentioned, Brian, they've played really well defensively in this second set of 8 minutes, but again, the offense just very hit and miss for them right now.
But yeah, but if you're going to get back into the game, you're going to have to do it on the defensive end. So far, they have, and they just haven't been able to convert enough on offense. If Traveling makes this one, it turns it into an 8-point game.
Traveling second is on the way, so he goes 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Trombetta's back in for Middle. Some subs coming on.
Mainland's made all 4 of their free throw attempts in this period. Andrew Gilman, a sophomore forward, checking in.
He was getting some clarification from the official.
And Mainland's going to show some pressure here, at least some token pressure. They do this a lot. They'll kind of just show and then back off, and that's what they do here.
With 45 seconds, let's see how much time Middle takes off the clock here on this possession, up by 8.
Well, it looks like Mainland's going to allow them to hold for one.
Got a bit of a smile out of Jameer McNeil here with the ball. Now Zarfati. Back to Jameer McNeil again. Ordelius following him. 20 seconds now. Middle content now with hanging on for this last possession. Mainland allowing it. Let's see if McNeil takes the final shot here of the half.
Probably a high ball screen with Basquine. Here he comes.
McNeil driving to his right, kicks it back out. Basquine, that's a 3. He's got it! Real Basquine drills it. This one is off the mark. It is halftime. Middle Township takes an 11-point lead into the locker room, courtesy of Real Basquine.
Terrific execution there of the high screen and roll. And Basquine kind of slipped the screen, went to the top of the key. Great find by Jameer McNeil. And the finish to the first half by Middle with the three-pointer, and now they have the 11-point lead at the break.
Mainland pulled within 8, but Middle, the three-point shooting has been dynamite in that first half. We'll take a break. Second half coming up. Middle leads this one over Mainland here in the Cal Finals, fueled by Body Armor. Second half getting set to get underway here at Egg Harbor Township High School. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff for the Cape Atlantic League Finals, fueled by Body Armor. You see Middle Township with a 36-25 lead over the Mustangs. The three-point shooting is probably the biggest difference right now, Brian, but Mainland played a little bit better defensively in that second quarter.
They did, but they didn't really cut into the lead much. You know, it only took 1 point off that lead. Felt a little momentum swing, and Amir Elston hit a big three for Middle. And then, of course, Real Basquine with the three at the buzzer. You mentioned the three-point shooting. Mainland has not hit one today in 5 tries. Middle Township is 6 for 12. Both teams shooting well overall. Mainland 10 for 21 from the floor. Middle 14 for 23. No major foul trouble for anybody. Middle does not have anyone with more than 1 foul. Something to watch, though, for Mainland. Cohen Cook and Timmy Traveline each with 2. So if one of them picks up one maybe early in the third quarter, then Mainland obviously has an issue. But right now, no real foul trouble for either team. And Mainland will have the ball to start the second half.
As we mentioned, we will have the girls' final as well at approximately 2 p.m. as the Mainland Mustangs on the girls' side take on Wildwood Catholic. Big shout out to Middle Township head coach Lamar Greer for getting the
he's got to do it all. He's got to pull the basketballs off the court.
That's why he's a legend around here in this area.
Middle starts in zone, Nick. 2-3 zone.
That one batted up in the air. DiBiase trying to save it.
That should have been a backcourt violation.
Feed over here into the corner. That's a 3 ball on the way. No good. Traveling missed it. So again, Mainland still over.
Even though that ball was touched by Middle, it was a Mainland player who touched it last before it went back court. Now here's a steal by Cook.
Tyson up the other way for the Mustangs. Cross court pass. Or Dilly. That one batted and DiBiase saves it. Here's Cook driving. And then DiBiase thought about it. Cross court pass, a long one. Traveling had to save that one like a defensive back.
I don't know if this is a switch here that Middle got caught on, but Mainland's got an advantage with Cook being guarded by Bubba McNeil here. I don't know out there on the perimeter, but they probably should try to post Cook up here. Now they switch.
No points in the opening minute of this third quarter. Mainland trying to cut into the lead. It's Ordilli for a 3. He's got it, and the Mustangs finally break through from beyond the arc.
8-point game now. These first few minutes will be critical for Mainland. They can make a little run and get back into the game.
Again, Middle Township has not lost a conference game all season long. Sport that 24-2 record. You're defending South Jersey Group 2 champions. Loose ball on the floor here. Last touch by Mainland. It'll remain with the Panthers on this end.
That's the second time Cohen Cook's done that to Basquine, digging down from a help position. First time he got the steal. This time he nearly got it but knocked it out of bounds.
It's a matchup we've been watching all afternoon so far. It's going to be very intriguing the rest of the way. Trombetta guarded by Traveline, top of the key. He'll pull up for a 3. He answers. Anthony Trombetta erases that last Mainland 3. Now Cook quickly the other way. Traveline looking for somewhere to go with it. Doubled here into the corner for Cook. Cook traveling again. Going to his right, hop step into the paint, foul coming. Drew a lot of contact.
Yeah, this one's on McNeil. He kind of pushed him in the hip as he left his feet. So Traveline will get 2 shots here.
That's Bubba McNeil's first foul. You mentioned the foul trouble, Brian. Nothing really major for either side. Everybody with fouls on Middle's end of things, all with 1 apiece. Traveline's first is good.
He's made 3 in a row after missing his first 2.
And free throws were the bugaboo for Mainland. Some of these close losses they've had this year. Only 5 of them here in 23-24.
Traveling with 5 points in the game so far.
Still with 5, though, as he misses that one, and the rebound corralled by Jameer McNeil.
Tyson almost came up with that for Mainland.
In the corner, Trombetta wants another 3. He's got it! Anthony Trombetta, a sharpshooter in this third quarter, and this is the largest lead of the afternoon for the Panthers. Cook, floater, no good. Basquine the rebound, and now Middle really trying to take advantage and run away with this lead in the third quarter. Basquine, another 3. No good. DiBiase now. Pivoting. Traveline. Going to try to drive baseline,
Great
walled
defense
off.
by Trombetta.
Or Dilly now, left wing. He's going to back off. That one batted by Trombetta, tried to save it out of bounds. And again, the defense, you just mentioned on that last series, Trombetta's been on it on the defensive end.
He made a great play to tip the ball, Nick, but he used the wrong hand. If he uses his right hand, he's able to keep that ball in bounds.
Certainly wreaking havoc right now on this Mustang offense. Here's Tyson into the paint, lost the handle.
Yeah, he dribbled that off his leg, or it might have been knocked off his leg by Trombetta.
It will be middle ball regardless. As the Panthers with a 13-point lead, looking to really get away from Mainland in this quarter. 3 minutes gone. Trombetta, good bounce pass Sween. Wave off this shot, though. He traveled.
Yeah, he kind of trapped the ball against his hip while he shuffled his feet. That was a really good set run by middle there.
Here's DiBiaso. Trying to get by McNeil. He does. DiBiaso to the basket. Can't convert. First shot of the day for DiBiaso. Now we're going to get a foul.
That was
as McNeil hit the floor.
Basquine on the block shot coming over to help. And the foul there goes against Tyson.
Tyson's second. First team foul the third quarter for Mainland as they're staring at this 13-point deficit.
Yeah, Mainland wants a timeout.
Well, they're
critical stage of the game here, Nick, with middle ahead by 13.
So Mainland was pulling within 8, but this is middle's largest lead of the afternoon. There's a look at head coach Dan Williams for Mainland. Well-accomplished head coach for this Mustangs program, Brian. 3 wins away from 200, but he would love 198 this afternoon in the form of another conference title for his program.
Yeah, Mainland won this this group of seniors. They were key players for Mainland as sophomores when they beat St. Augustine Prep at Absegami High School 2 years ago before the CAL title games were moved here to EHT. And so this is both of these teams really are battle tested. They're senior laden teams. They've played difficult schedules, and there's nothing that neither of these teams hasn't really seen. I doubt we're going to see any panic in Mainland right now. Still plenty of time left, even though Middle has the 13-point lead with 4:46 to go in the third.
Both of these teams are number 1 seeds in their respective playoff groups. Mainland the number 1 in South Group 3. Middle, of course, your defending South Jersey Group 2 champions. Once again, the number 1 seed and one of the favorites, I would say, Brian, to repeat as sectional champs and maybe make that run for the state title.
And the other similar thing with these two teams is that they have graduates as head coaches who were both great players at their alma maters.
Trombetta pump fakes a 3 right here. Now it's Zarfati guarded by Cook. And Jameer McNeil now driving, hop step, and a nice move to the basket, but he can't convert. Tyson pulls down the board.
Needed to use his left hand there.
Cook has it, turns, spins, 3-pointer on the way, no good for Ordilly, and the rebound corralled at the moment for McNeil, but it's out of bounds.
Great play by Cohen Cook. Knocked it out of McNeil's hands, then batted it off of McNeil's arm to get possession for Mainland, an extra possession here.
Stays with the Mustangs. Traveling, back out Tyson. That ball batted. Lowenstern recovers though. Halfway through the third, Mainland facing their largest deficit of the afternoon. They try to climb back into it. Tyson top of the key underneath. Cook couldn't handle it at first, got it back, driving to the basket, lays it in for 2.
Used his body well there to fend off Zarfati's steal attempt.
Trombetta moving fast, good feed. Zarfati for 3. Yes, sir! Middle Township rolling from beyond the arc.
Boy, that hurts for Mainland. You just had a great offensive possession, and you give that up down the other end quickly.
Traveling, can't convert. McNeil back the other way. That ball batted by Tyson. McNeil recovers. Trying to turn around Zarfati. Another 3. No good. Lowenstern pulls down the miss.
That ball should have been pulled out by Middle. They needed to run offense there.
They were looking for a dagger basket. Tyson cross-court pass Cohen Cook. He wants a 3. Not going to get it. Loose and picked up by Bubba McNeil. This is where Middle's going to take advantage. If he drives the basket, he traveled.
And again, if you don't have numbers, if you're middle, you got to bring it out. You have a 14-point lead. You know, in a high school game with no shot clock, there's no need to be in a hurry.
You could tell Brian Middle still wants to run fast, but they want these buckets that are really going to extend this lead to a territory where Mainland just can't come out of. Lowenstern underneath for Tyson.
Middle in zone again.
Ordilli, Tyson, good feet underneath DiBiaso, walled off by 3 defenders. Now Ordilli for 3. He's got it. A much needed bucket for the Mustangs.
DiBiaso was actually under the backboard, couldn't do anything with that, so he made an extra pass, and Mainland ends up with the 3. Good offense there by the Mustangs.
Back to an 11-point lead. Bubba McNeil finds Jameer. Little jab step. Now it's Zarfati. Hit a 3 a couple of possessions ago. McNeil, good ball handling here. Back out Bubba. The defense on point right now for the Mustangs. Lowenstern following Trombetta. Trombetta coming to his left. Will hand off to Zarfati. Now it's McNeil with 2 minutes to go in the third. McNeil has Basquine. Zarfati. Back out McNeil again. Mainland doing a great job following right now.
Middle being very patient. This is smart, up 11 with 1:40 to go in the third.
Jameer McNeil going to his right, trying to get by Ordilli, walled off. Bubba McNeil swinging over to Trombetta. 90 seconds. McNeil underneath. Trying to back down there. What a spin move. Oh, Jameer McNeil. Highlight reel worthy play right there for Middle, back up by 13.
Great offense by Middle there. They took a lot of time off the clock on that possession, and it ended with a bucket.
Tyson, turnaround jumper is no good. And a rebound, Jameer McNeil again. Up ahead, Zarfati in the corner for 3. He's got it again! 16-point lead for the Panthers.
That's the 4th 3 of this period by Middle. They've got 10 for the game.
Mainland trying to respond. Lowenstern, Ordilli, DiBiaso underneath for Cook, baseline. Putting one up, he's got it, count it with the foul.
Boy, when Cohen Cook gets the ball there, he's just so strong and athletic. It's so difficult to stop him there.
Foul was assessed to Mike Zarfati. It's his second, the second team foul for Middle, so only 3 total fouls in this quarter.
Cook with 13, excuse me, Nick.
Make it 14 with the free throw.
Let's see if Middle holds for 1 here.
It was a good answer by Mainland to answer the 3-pointer from Zarfati. But like what Middle did at the end of the half, let's see if they hang on for a possession, and now we're going to get a whistle. And a timeout.
Now, no timeout is a 5-second violation, closely guarded there as Middle turns it over.
Beg your pardon, misread the lips of the official there. Let's see if Mainland gets the final possession here. As DiBiaso. Tyson now top of the key. It's Cohen Cook. And he's going to back off now. They have 10 seconds. They want the last shot. Cook driving, almost stumbled. Has it again, kicking it back. It's stolen away. It's Bubba McNeil. 2 seconds to shoot. Puts one up at the buzzer. No good. 50-37. Middle up by 13 after 3. They're 8 minutes away from a title. Mainland trying to do whatever they can to get back into it, but again, the Panthers just too deadly from beyond the arc right now.
Yeah, they've made the 10 3-pointers and almost 11 from 30 feet by Bubba McNeil at the close of the period. And as you mentioned, Middle did have a lead as high as 16, and now they lead by 13 going into the 4th. And they made, as I mentioned earlier, 4 threes in that 3rd quarter.
A 13-point lead for the Panthers. We'll assess the foul trouble right now on the Mainland end of things. Rocco DiBiaso with 1, Cohen Cook, Jamie Tyson, Timmy Traveling all with 2, and Keaton Lowenstern with 1 on the flip side. For Middle, Mike Zarfati, the only one with double-digit foul, with 2 fouls. Meanwhile, Trombetta, Bubba McNeil, Jameer McNeil, Elston, and Basquine all with just one apiece. So the foul trouble lies with the Mustangs. And at this rate, Brian, down 13, you might need to see a more physical defensive presence like you saw in the second quarter. But the problem is, Middle's defense has been on point as well. As Mainland's been, it's been tough for them to create shots.
It has, and Middle will also get the ball to start this fourth quarter. And Lamar Greer's message to his team in the huddle there between periods was, no matter what happens out here, execute, execute, execute. Mainland showing a trap here. They get it up to Trombetta.
Sarfati into the corner for Bubba McNeil. And we're going to get a foul.
A timeout was called by Middle Township.
Beg your pardon. They didn't like the look. So another quick timeout here. Just 10 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Bubba McNeil there, when you're in the corner and you have a team that's running and jumping, when you get that ball in the corner, you got to make a decision quickly because obviously Mainland gets the opportunity to use both sidelines as an additional defender, and McNeil didn't react quickly, and Lamar Greer alertly calling the timeout to prevent the turnover.
There's a look at head coach Lamar Greer here in his third season leading his alma mater to a South Jersey title last year. He's 61-22 in his coaching career, 24-2. And Brian, again, we've seen it on display through three quarters. Arguably the best team of his young tenure back at his alma mater.
Yeah, they've had a really, really nice season. They're the top seed in Group 2. Mainland the top seed in Group 3. So both of these teams have South Jersey title aspirations beyond this game here. But it's certainly special when you can win a championship of a 20-some team league, and that's what each of these teams is trying to do here today.
Well, the Cape Atlantic League tournament was recently expanded to the full slate of teams just a couple of years ago, so you have your play-in games in first round. So it's a long tournament, one of the longest conference tournaments in the state. Sarfati trapped back here in the backcourt. Does find Trombetta, cross-court pass Jameer McNeil. Underneath here, back out, three-pointer for Bubba McNeil, no good. Yeah, and a rebound for Ordilli.
Yeah, it's good defense by Mainland there. They're gonna just try to make Middle play faster.
Little floater there from Traveline off the glass. Cuts it back to an 11-point lead.
This run and jump, they're just going to try to get Middle to play faster, and maybe they can miss some shots, and that's what happened there. A missed shot by Middle leads to a short bank shot by Traveline.
Interesting strategy, too, considering Middle has won the bulk of the track meets in this ball game so far. Jameer McNeil for three. No good. It's loose on the court. Sarfati, an offensive board. Basquine converts on the second chance opportunity.
Great look by Sarfati. Basquine in double figures now with 10.
Cohen Cook into the paint. Kicks it out for Ordilli. Traveline now. Ball batted. DiBiase tried to save it out of bounds.
That's off Mainland.
Middle Township ball here. Pleased you're with us this afternoon on Cape Atlantic Live. The Cal Finals are fueled by Body Armor. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff. First of our doubleheader today. We'll get the Mainland girls and the Wildwood Catholic Lady Crusaders coming up next in the girls' final. McNeil over to Sarfati underneath. Basquine open again. Cannot convert though. And a rebound from Cook. Cook somehow dribbling away past two defenders. Ordilli for three. Off the mark. Tyson puts it up, but a foul.
A good offensive rebound there by Tyson. And again, great strength by Cook to hold off a couple defenders and keep that fast break opportunity alive.
Foul on Bubba McNeil, his second. First foul of the quarter as Jamie Tyson goes to the line. First one's no good for Tyson.
Tyson now 2 for 3 from the line.
You got to pinch. Mike, you got to box him. And you got to shoot her.
Mainland, again, that's been their Achilles heel in some of these games, the free throw shooting. Tyson needs this one. And he's got it. 12-point margin. Well, with 6.5 to go, Middle trying to keep their foot on the gas. McNeil driving, strong, wild, and that one's out of bounds. They wanted a foul. I don't think we're going to get one on the floor here. Jameer McNeil doesn't like it.
Now Tyson with the block and out of bounds. Again, if you're Middle, you're up 12 with 6:19 to go. There's no reason to force stuff toward the basket. Middle actually caught a break there, to be honest.
Here's Bubba over to Trombetta, almost lost the handle. Trying to get by Lowenstern, driving, kicks it back out. Zarfati can't handle out of bounds, and it is mainland ball.
And again, right now, the defense by Mainland is forcing Middle to play too fast.
That's the way Mainland's going to get into the game. We said at the top of the broadcast, Brian, this score right now is around where Mainland wanted Middle as far as the total figure, but again, they're still trailing by 12. Cook over to Lowenstern for three. Cannot get it. Tyson tries to get the putback. Got the board, though. Puts it up, and he draws another foul.
On the shot, you can't go.
Well, that'll go against Jameer McNeil.
That's his second. I'm talking about limiting a team like Middle, Brian. You know, once the Panthers get into that 60, 65-point territory, usually cannot beat the Panthers. So this is a good situation for the Mustangs right now, but they just can't score right now.
Yeah, Tyson nearly airballed that free throw. I believe it may have just nicked the front of the rim. A little bit of a different shooting background because you have stands in the background that are full, as opposed to a wall in the background that you see at most high school gyms. Tyson made the second.
One of two from the charity stripe, but still an 11-point lead for the Panthers. This is where they've been most of the afternoon. Trombetta in the corner for three. Yes, sir! Anthony Trombetta keeping Middle way out in front.
Great find by Basquine there. He looked opposite, and the best shooter on Middle's team was open. A steal by McNeil.
McNeil the other way now. Tried to feed it. Traveling to steal, and he throws it off McNeil. Out of bounds it goes.
Great play by Traveling there.
Well, they didn't want Middle to get another bucket there off that three-pointer. Otherwise, the wheels might have come off. But time is running out for Mainland, down by 14. Here's Stephen Ordilly over to Lowenstern. Turnaround shot for Cohen Cook, no good. Tyson trying to corral it,
Good box out by Zarfati there.
Up ahead, Basquine. Now it's Zarfati coming on in. He is fouled by Lowenstern.
Hard foul. Lowenstern, good sportsmanship there, goes over and smacks hands with Zarfati.
That's a hard foul right there.
That could have been an intentional foul. Could have. Now, he did reach in for the basketball, so I think benefit of the doubt there, it's probably a good call to make it a common foul.
Zarfati misses the first. DiBiaso's back in. Lowenstern takes a seat.
This is Middle's first trip to the line in the second half. And a full timeout's going to be taken by Mainland here with 5:04 to go.
Still a 14-point lead for Middle Township. And they've hovered in this area, and basically, Brian, since their lead was trimmed to 8 points late in that second quarter, they've held on to a double-digit lead, and the Mustangs have just been unable to get back into this ball game how they would like to.
Yeah, Middle's kept them at length. Mainland has not closed since that first quarter. I don't believe they've gotten any closer than 8. And right now the lead's 14. So this is a spot here where if Mainland's going to get back in the game, it's going to have to happen quickly.
And got rolling early on. Both teams traded baskets in that first quarter. Looked like we're going to have a true track meet of a basketball game, but Middle's shooting is that much better right now.
Middle has 33 of its 55 points on 11 three-pointers.
That's your biggest difference, especially when you have multiple guys who can shoot from beyond the arc. And for Mainland, you only have maybe 3 at best that can really be your sharpshooters from downtown, but really nothing's falling for the Mustangs.
Middle's had 5 different players make a 3. So, Bubba McNeil's made 2. Zarfati's made 3. Trombetta's made 4. Basquine made 1, and Amir Elston made 1. So second of 2 free throws here for Zarfati following the timeout.
Only 5 minutes and change remaining in this basketball game as Zarfati goes 0 of 2 from the stripe. DiBiaso up ahead. Ordili driving off the glass. He's got it.
Ordili in double figures with 10.
Jameer McNeil.
Bad pass by Zarfati. The jump ball will go to Mainland.
A lot of bodies falling on the court.
Zarfati made the right look, but even Coach Greer, you can see right to our left, you just can't make a shovel pass with your left, with your hand, underhanded shovel pass there.
The officials are conferencing now this latest call, but they are going to confirm it is Mainland basketball.
Yeah, Middle got the ball to start the fourth quarter, so that's the right call. It's the first jump ball since then.
DiBiaso over to Ordili. Ball batted, Koch recovered though. Traveling now, he's going to take a long-range three, well off the mark. Trying to save it is Tyson, can't get it. It'll be middle ball.
Oh, that three would have cut it to single digits.
It's a basket they needed there, Brian, but again, just the shooting not going down for the Mustangs.
Middle needs to move. Mainland's extended this trap here. Middle needs to kind of shorten their passing routes here. They have players in the corner that might need to step up just a little bit more.
Jameer McNeil doubled here. DiBiaso trying to get the steal. Zarfati recovering. It's a loose ball now. DiBiaso is going to chase it, and out of bounds it goes as Tyson hit the deck near the midcourt line.
Middle has players in the corners that probably need to come up the sidelines a little bit more to cut down the length of these passes against this pressure. And they're asking for a towel as there's perspiration on the floor where players went to the deck over there.
Make sure they dry that off before we resume action about halfway through this fourth quarter. Middle still maintaining a double-digit lead.
Middle will inbound here. And again, the 2-1-2 trapping zone defense by Mainland.
Zarfati, ball is batted by Tyson. Good steal here, an opportunity. A couple pump fakes, driving to the basket, he converts. So Mainland trying to chip away. And perhaps another stop right here on defense from Mainland could really start swinging some momentum. Bubba McNeil trapped here. Now it's Jameer.
Bad pass. Lucky.
Bubba McNeil recovered. It's batted, stolen by DiBiaso. DiBiaso the other way, driving himself, can't convert, and McNeil pulls down the miss. Costly miss. McNeil, Trombetta, three. No good. Jameer McNeil getting the offensive rebound in the corner, and Middle will continue to bleed the clock. Trombetta guarded by Draveline, and
great job. That is ball strong there by Trombetta, Nick, because he had all that pressure by Traveling, and what he did was he got his head and shoulders with a long jab step out ahead of Traveling and caused Traveling to foul him.
DiBiaso takes a seat for Mainland, by the way. Traveling, that's his third. Bubba McNeil. As Zarfati in the corner. Backed up, Chase Moore, and looks like he set that out of bounds. Mainland ball. Just 3:04 remaining. Middle still a double-digit lead. Bubba McNeil takes a seat. Basquine is back in. So that same look we saw a little bit earlier, Brian, the two big men out there for the Panthers.
And they are still in zone here. You try to run Traveling to the corner. Couldn't get the shot away.
High pass here to Ordili, though, corralling it into the corner now. Cohen Cook. Cook swinging around. Lowenstern, far side of the court. Traveling. Back to Lowenstern. Stolen away. Jameer McNeil finds Trombetta on the way. He's got it. It's a 12-point lead for Middle. 2.5 to go. Up ahead, Tyson. Underneath Cook, stolen away again. It's Zarfati, and now Chase Moore lobbing a pass. Trombetta, nifty footwork here, but out of bounds.
Chase Moore just has to settle down and give that ball to a guard.
That would have been Sports Center type passing right there if he was able to keep it.
Oh, here's a steal by Moore.
Look at this. Chase Moore, Trombetta, Jameer McNeil coming on in. It's a 14-point lead for Middle with a little over 2 minutes to play. They can feel it now.
Yeah, Moore made up for his mistake with that steal. Great play by the sophomore.
Cook,
and he
three.
comes up with the block.
Ball batted, a lot of contact here. Middle can sense it, Brian. All over the Mustang attack.
Mainland wants another timeout.
2:02 remaining. The Middle Township contingent behind us knows what's coming as the Panthers look to keep their foot on the gas pedal for the remaining 2:02 with this 14-point lead.
Yeah, they've done a good enough job against this pressure, but what has kept Mainland at bay is what they're doing at the defensive end. They haven't been terrific handling the pressure. They've had a few turnovers, but because they're getting stops, those turnovers are not hurting them like they could.
Yeah, it's basically just canceling it out right now. We mentioned the biggest difference is the shooting today, especially from beyond the arc for Middle Township. They have the huge advantage right there, but when you look at Mainland and their ability to score today, Brian, they run their offense a lot through Cohen Cook, and sometimes you get guys like Traveline and Lowenstern who can hit the three-pointers, but nothing's really falling right now. And again, when you wall off your best player right there in Cohen Cook, points are hard to come by, especially against a very athletic and sharp-shooting Middle Township team.
Yeah, so Mainland calls the timeout. Middle will have the ball here with 2:02 to go, up 14.
In a space, not with him, in a space.
The inbound pass here for Chase Moore.
In a space, Mike, move up. Mike, move up.
Ball batted. McNeil recovers. Chase Moore up ahead. Zarfati. Nice move to the basket. He's got it again. Mike Zarfati's been dynamite today. 16-point lead, less than 2 minutes to play.
Matches Middle's largest lead.
Traveling loses it out of bounds.
It was tipped by a Middle player.
Mainland ball still on that end of the floor.
So Middle is well on its way here to win their first CAL title, overall CAL title since 1998.
Been a long time. Traveling a three, no good. That's been the afternoon. Middle with the rebound. Mayers McNeil. McNeil up to Trombetta. Some contact as he ran into Ordilli.
I believe that ball went off of Ordilli, and I think that's what Percy Valentine's going to come up and say to Mike Cook. Let's see what we have.
No conversate.
Well, they're going to still say it stays with Mainland. Mike Cook may have had it going off of Mainland, but then maybe later going off of Trombetta. So he didn't allow his call to be overturned.
A little spin move from Cohen Cook. He can't convert the layup. Basquine, no good, but here's a foul. Basquine tried to corral the miss, but now more contact, and this one's going to be on Jamie Tyson. That's his third. Middle ball.
Fourth team foul on Mainland. And still the pressure by Mainland.
And they're playing hard till the end. Jameer McNeil underneath for Chase Moore. Ball batted, and he traveled as well. 1:04 to play, and some subs coming on for Mainland.
And,
bench is empty.
Rightly so. Their starters, their key players, are all getting a nice ovation from the Mainland faithful. So for Middle, Adam Buabash, Riley Powell, David Delcani into the game. For Mainland, you have Andrew Gilman, John Franchini, who has the basketball, Colin Cummings.
Franchini will get over to
Colt Russo has it now.
Franchini now to Cummings, swinging around. Gilman under a minute to play as the bench is empty for both teams. The corner is Russo. Pulls up a shot, rattles around. Watson couldn't pull down the board. Mainland keeps possession, though, as Franchini swings it back out to Gilman. Gilman, Franchini, 3-ball on the way. In and out. Rebounded. Chase Moore. And now Basquine up the floor. 20 seconds. They're going to wave it off.
Yeah, Mainland is not going to pressure. And Middle Township will dribble out and win the Cape Atlantic League Championship 61-45.
As the buzzer is going to sound, the two teams are coming to shake their hands. Middle Township, it's their first Cape Atlantic League title since 1998 as they win this one 61-45 over the Mainland Mustangs here at Egg Harbor Township. A nice competitive basketball game here between the Panthers and the Mustangs. It was all middle early on. Mainland tried to cut into the deficit, just couldn't pull back within single digits in that second half. As the Middle Township Panthers remain perfect in Cape Atlantic League play. As we turn it over to the trophy presentation down in midcourt. We'll talk to individuals from Middle Township shortly. But now Middle Township 25-2 this season. Again, their only two losses were to two teams outside of this area. Mainland falls to 22-6. They'll be back in action though for the playoffs, as both teams will. Two number one seeds in their South Jersey groups. Number one for Mainland in South Jersey Group 3. And of course, Middle Township number one in South Group 2. But they can celebrate a little bit here today, Brian, for their first conference title in 26 years.
Yeah, here's your final point totals for Mainland. Cohen Cook, Jamie Tyson, each with 14. 10 for Stephen Ordilli at 7 points for Timmy Traveling. Middle Township had a lot of balance. Anthony Trombetta with 14. Mike Zarfati, Jameer McNeil, each with 13, 10 for Real Basquine, 8 for Bubba McNeil, and 3 for Amir Elston. As Middle Township enjoyed a 27-20 advantage on the glass in this game as well. So that certainly was critical. And the Panthers shot 11 for 23 on threes. Mainland was just 2 for 16.
Going to get our player of the game shortly as we get the trophy presentation going for your 2024 Cape Atlantic League champion Middle Township Panthers.
Jameer McNeil, by the way, we mentioned the 13 points, but he really filled the stat sheet. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals.
2024 Cape Atlantic League runner-ups.
As they do the presentation here at Egg Harbor Township. Mainland being announced as the runners-up.
A great season for them, Brian. Obviously, it's not over. They have a chance to win a South Jersey title in Group 3. They are the number one seed. And they very well could see rival Ocean City once again as well, the 2 seed. So it's not over yet for the Mustangs. Obviously, a disappointing afternoon for them. But that's one tough basketball team.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot to say in that Group 3 tournament. Their season certainly is not over here. They are a very good basketball team. You just wonder, had a couple of those early threes by Mainland gone down, if this would have been a different game. But Middle they just shot the ball amazingly today. 24 for 41 from the floor overall, and 11 for 23 on threes. And when you look, one of the things about Middle, when they play well, they get a lot of assists, and they had 17 assists on their 24 field goals, Nick.
Just as a reminder, this is not the end of our broadcast day here at Egg Harbor Township. The girls' final will come up at approximately 2 o'clock between the Mainland girls, your top seed, and, of course, the Wildwood Catholic Lady Crusaders.
Not exactly sure what the delay is here. They're going to do the trophy presentation and the player of the game presentation.
Oh, is there a ballot for the player of the game here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Certainly it's not like wrestling where they have to have all the coaches vote on the MOW.
Right.
We're waiting on that, and we will talk to some individuals when available from Middle Township following this trophy presentation as we get the first place trophy and the MVP trophy presented, hopefully shortly.
Yeah, Middle won the game. That hot shooting really carried them. They turned the ball over 23 times in this game. In a game where they scored 61 points, they had 23 turnovers. And, Lamar Greer's one of those guys that no matter how well you might play or no matter how big of a win you might get, he's always looking to improve. And I know that's going to be the thing he's going to look at on the stat sheet. And he's going to say, hey, you want to win a South Jersey title, you can't turn the ball over 23 times.
And for Mainland, Brian, they kept it much closer in the third and fourth quarter, but that first quarter was the big difference right there.
So what we're being told is that the reason there's a delay in the presentation is because the microphone had a malfunction. So I guess they're either trying to fix that or bring out another microphone so they can make announcements.
I was even told by our good buddy Mike Frankel, who's here today, that I think the house mic fell during the starting lineup introductions before the game started. Obviously, we were discussing what these lineups could look like and how they would match up this afternoon. So we must have missed that early on. But
it'd be nice if they could just get someone out there with a loud voice. So yes.
I'm sure there's a couple of individuals in this gym who could do so.
The Middle basically led this from start to finish. The teams traded buckets to start the game, but then I believe Middle got out to a lead of 13-6, and after that they were up 12 at the end of the first quarter, and Mainland never got closer than 8 points the rest of the way. And there was a point, I believe, in the third quarter, Nick, where Mainland had a three in the air, down maybe 10. It would have cut it to 7 had it gone in. And obviously that didn't happen. And, it never really got close in the second half.
And again, the story of the game, we mentioned the shooting over and over in this game, Brian, but that first quarter, the first 8 minutes, maybe the most integral of this ball game all afternoon, as Middle was able to race out to a 12-point lead and pretty much never look back from there.
So it looks like they have the microphone issue solved. Doesn't sound like the greatest microphone, but it's working. Cohen Cook earning most out, or actually they're going to announce the players of Mainland. And I have a problem with the microphone again.
Hunter Watson.
So they're introducing all of the players for Mainland. And I assume they'll do the same for
Johnny Franchi. Andrew Dillon. Hope Crusoe. And Lucas DiBiasco. Your 2024 Big Atlantic League runner-up Mainland Mustangs.
You know what? I'll just wait for them to come here.
And their head coach, Stan Williams.
They just honored the runner-ups, the Mainland Mustangs, here in 2024 as we get set to present the first place trophy to the Middle Township Panthers.
The Middle Township Panthers. Anthony Trompetta. Michael Zarpati. Bubba McNeil. Aiden Howell. Jameer McNeil. Adam Gulach. Amir Elston. Real Vasquez. Chase Ford. Riley Powell. And David Del Conte. Your 2024 Cape Atlantic League champion, Middle Panthers.
And Middle's first title in 26 years as they introduce the entire squad, and head coach Lamar Greer will go to midcourt to accept the first place trophy.
At this time, we would like to announce the MVP from your 2024 Top Check Panthers, number 5, Jameer McNeil.
Today's game MVP, right there in the middle, number 5, Jameer McNeil, the junior guard. He was stout all afternoon. McNeil finished with 13 points this afternoon. Had 6 assists as well. Was key to running that Middle Township offense. They'll get to raise the trophy here. Big congrats to Middle Township for their accomplishments this year, and again, it will continue in the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs as the number 1 seed, as we get head coach Lamar Greer with us.
El, congratulations. What an effort by your kids, and what can you say about the way you shot the ball today?
Now, to me, it comes with practice. You know, we work hard in practice on our shooting every day, and it's our habits that develop that. And then people get to see it, but they don't know the countless hours our kids put in the gym with shooting the ball.
Your big game experience certainly had to help you. That's a very good team there. You pulled away early, never let them back into it. You got to be real happy with the effort.
Yeah, to me, they're the champions. You know, if you want to win a championship, you got to beat the champion. And we were looking forward to this game, you know, because they're the champions. They have a lot of experience. Cook is amazing. Those guys are just amazing. Williams is an amazing coach. So to me, they're champions, and we learned a lot from them today.
What's it mean for you, Coach, to get this first conference title in 26 years? It's been a long time coming, but it seems like this has been the squad to do it here in 2024.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it means a lot. But I always say this, the standard Coach Rocco set, you know, and that's our thing. And now it's a hard part. Coach always says you got to put it behind you and get ready for the next one. So we got a hard road with Group 2. So we look forward to it, though.
Jameer, the 13 points, but the 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. Another stat-stuffing game for your star.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I keep telling everybody he's finally bought into being an all-around player. And he's taking pride in it. He's looking to see how many assists, the turnovers he had. And it's just not about his points now. He's controlling our team, and he's even calling offenses himself. So I'm really proud of him that he's growing and he's getting everybody the ball.
But you had some stretches in that game where you weren't playing well offensively, but you kept them at bay by what you did on the defensive end. You had to be proud of that.
Yeah, I am. You know, my assistants are amazing. They do a lot of scouting, and we try to find teams' weaknesses, and that's something that we saw. They struggled against the zone, so we saw we were struggling, so we tried to throw something at them to change up the tempo of the game a little bit, so it worked for us.
We'll leave you here with this one, Coach. How do you transition? You just mentioned it, South Group 2, one of the toughest groups in the state and obviously in South Jersey. How do you go from winning this conference title, a long season, but now you're the number 1 seed, looking for another South Jersey title this year?
Yeah, I'm learning, and we're the hunted. Everybody's trying to come and get us, so we'll be ready. We'll take the day off Sunday, and then we'll get back to it. And then a lot of my coaches' experience and my experience with this state tournament will help, and we'll get to tell the kids how it's going to be and how to regroup, and it begins in practice on Monday, and we'll work really hard.
Well, Coach, congratulations once again on the conference title. We're looking forward to watching you in the playoffs as well. Again, Middle Township a winner here tonight over Mainland Regional.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Get in there and celebrate.
Yeah, right.
Celebrate. All right, Lamar Greer.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on with us on Cape Atlantic Live. So Middle wins at 61-45. And it was a comprehensive performance by the Panthers as they got out to that early lead and never really let Mainland back in.
That they did, Brian. So we're going to step aside for a little bit. Mainland and Wildwood Catholic in the girls' final coming up at approximately 2 o'clock here on Cape Atlantic Live as the Cal Finals are fueled by Body Armor. For our production crew, Bill Shallcross, Matt Ulmer, and of course my broadcast partner, Brian Kniff. I am Nick Costco. We'll see you in a little bit at 2 o'clock for the Mainland Wildwood Catholic girls' final here in the Cape Atlantic League.
There you go. Oh, you got one? No. Can I have that?
This
For a story I do on the website. Actually, I'll leave it here in case you want to refer to it. Yeah. Yeah, the main now got the mat. Bottom mat, right. My parents texted me the first quarter. I don't know how it looked. They didn't complain. No quarter pay. Like, coming down. They didn't say anything. They were just saying something like, oh, you're just like my dad, especially, you know, full man. Okay. I heard it last night. Getting old. Huh? Getting old.
I was talking to Brian about the Iowa game. He's like, I can't believe it. Well,
That's my favorite. He's like this. Yeah. So like there's next like 3 fans trying to think of it. Fucking wrestling. Not one complaint.
afternoon and welcome back to Egg Harbor Township for the Cal Finals, fueled by a Body Armor. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff. The Mainland Mustangs taking on the Wildwood Catholic Lady Crusaders in our second game of our doubleheader. After the Middle Township boys took down Mainland, the Mainland girls trying to get one back for the Mustang Corral. Brian, this is two best teams arguably in the Cape Atlantic League. Wildwood Catholic 22-2, Mainland 24-1. Catholic's only two losses this year are to Mainland.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. These were the best two teams. They proved it over the course of the regular season. So it's certainly poetic justice, so to speak, that they're both here. And, you know, at this point, the two games during the season don't matter. So, you know, for Wildwood Catholic, if they can just get this one victory, an upset victory it would be, they would be the Cape Atlantic League champions.
We're going to pause real quick here for the national anthem. And then we'll get basketball underway here on Cape Atlantic Live. Getting set to go as the starting lineups getting introduced. First, the quote-unquote visiting Wildwood Catholic Lady Crusaders wearing the white uniforms with the blue numbers and black trim. Mainland's going to wear their traditional green with the white numbers and black trim. Wildwood Catholic's got a pretty good starting lineup here, Brian. Of course, they are senior heavy, but they do have a freshman in Lola McGonigal, one of the best in the Cape Atlantic. They should be great for a long time, but again, a veteran group here for Catholic.
Yeah, you mentioned McGonigal. She's the lone underclassman as a freshman in the starting lineup. She's joined in the backcourt by Casey Mikulski, their leading scorer. Destiny Wallace plays the swing position. The forwards are Elliot McCabe and Ava Vages. And we'll see a lot of playing time off the bench by Anastasia Bowman and Lily King. They both scored in double figures in that semifinal victory over Holy Spirit.
We'll turn our attention to the Mainland bench as they get their starting lineups introduced as well. Head coach is Scott Betson in his 12th season. 260 wins to his name, and long time Mustangs head coach, one of the more successful coaches in the Cape Atlantic League.
Yeah, so they'll wear the greens, as Nick said, trimmed in white and black. And they have a similar starting lineup, 4 seniors, 1 underclassman. The only underclassman is Ava Sheeran, a junior guard. And then you have the Major twins, Bella and Ava. And at the forward position, Sydney Stokes and Casey Bretonis, who really plays guard on offense but forward on defense a lot. So Bretonis is headed to UMass, and she is considered by many to be the absolute best player in the Cape Atlantic League. She has really improved over her 4 years. She and Ava Mazer are both 1,000-point scorers. Bella Mazer, I believe, comes into this game 16 points away from 1,000 points for her career.
And she could hit it tonight.
And, of course, Wildwood Catholic Casey Mikulski is a 1,000-point scorer. She did that a few weeks ago in a home game against Lenape. 3 officials as usual. Amanda Feldman is the lead official with the basketball. On the right is Carolyn Jackson, and on the left is Doug Hiltner.
You mentioned Bretonis for Mainland, arguably the best player in this conference. 417 points to her name this season, to go on with 116 rebounds and 89 assists, 6 blocks, and an astounding 63 steals.
Right.
Catholic on the floor. Mainland about to take the court as well. It'll be Ava Vajas taking the opening tip for the Lady Crusaders. And Sydney Stokes heads to the midcourt line as well for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Stokes goes almost 6'2". Mainland is a very big team.
Stokes wins the opening tip as the Mustangs get the first possession with Bretonis. And Mainland only just one loss this year. They are also undefeated in Cape Atlantic play. Turnaround shot here, a quick foul. Just 13 seconds into the ball game.
So Ava Mazer will go to the line for 2 here.
First foul assessed to Lola
And
McGonigal.
Ava looks like she's under a little distress there. I don't know if she took a whack to the face.
And I believe she might have suffered from an eye poke right there. She keeps blinking at the free throw line here. But Ava's first free throw is good.
Wildwood Catholic wasn't happy, not with the foul call, but they thought the foul should have been before the shot.
So Ava Mazer goes 2 of 2 from the line. And the Mustangs have a 2-0 lead.
And that was exactly it. Wildwood Catholic coach Steve DePatri said, I was fine with the call, I just didn't think she was shooting. But either way, Mainland has the 2-point lead.
Mikulski for Catholic out to Vajas. Swing it over to McCabe, top of the key, as Catholic looks to get some ball movement here. Good outlet pass here. McCabe underneath the basket, kicking it back out. That's Wallace. Hop step, puts one up off the glass and in. A great move from Destiny Wallace.
I liked how the whistle stayed silent there. McCabe could have been called for a travel, but I think the little bump might have caused that foot shuffle as well, so they let it all go. Ball eventually gets to Wallace, and they score.
Stokes tried to find Mazer underneath. It was bobbled, and now they'll get it back out to Ava Sheeran, top of the key.
Both teams playing man-to-man defense.
Ava Mazer driving to her right. Back over to Stokes, top of the key, and now it's Bretonis. Bretonis, little spin move, still dribbling the basketball. We're going to get a foul.
This will go against Wallace.
So that's Wallace's first foul. 2 fouls already for Catholic in the opening minute plus. Outlet pass out here to Bretonis.
One of the
and now Sydney Stokes.
One of the things that makes Mainland tough to guard is Stokes can actually shoot the 3 as a 6'2" forward.
This pass over to Ava Mazer, and the shot from the side here, no good. And now Catholic can take their first lead of the ball game on this possession. Oh, but there's a turnover. Bella Mazer just took some hard contact from Vajas after the steal. She's down. This will be a foul on Vajas. Already the 3rd foul for Catholic as they try to help Mazer back up to her feet.
Slow getting up. She certainly does not want to come out.
And she's a little shaken up, so both Mazer twins have been.
Scott Betson actually asking for an intentional foul on that play.
And Vajas shows some hard contact.
That was not hard to call it intentional on that.
Bretonis off balance, puts that one all caught, and it's 4-2 Mainland.
Kind of had to shoot it or she would have traveled, and she threw it up there and got the basket.
Drive to the basket here is good from Lola McGonigal. And back and forth we go in the early going to this first quarter.
It's kind of the start we had in the boys' game. Both teams scoring on each of their first 2 possessions.
Well, Mainland is trying to take home a championship this afternoon. The boys fell short to Middle Township in the opening game. Here's a 3-ball on the way for Mazer. She banks it in. Ava Mazer falling to the floor as the Mustangs have a 3-point lead. Now underneath for Vajas, back out to Destiny Wallace. And a 3-ball on the way for Mikulski, no good, but a foul coming.
Wow, and Scott Betson's not happy here because I think his argument is Ava Mazer ended up on the ground on her 3-point attempt on the last possession, and there was no foul called, and now there is one called down this end.
They're going to hit Ava Sheeran with the foul, and free throws coming for Catholic as Mikulski nails the first. A lot of contact, pretty physical game so far, Brian. We're only about 2+ minutes in as Mikulski rattles in her second free throw.
Excellent free throw shooter, the senior guard. She's headed to Jefferson University, Division II.
Goes 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. We're tied at 7. Bella Major handing it off to Bertonis, who will take it up the floor and cross the timeline. And now it's Bella again. Driving to her right. Pump fakes. Jump shot on the way. No good. A rebound from McGonigal. Here comes the star freshman. McGonigal to Vages. She'll turn around and get it back to McGonigal. McGonigal over to McCabe. Top of the keel. Swinging around for Mikulski. Back out McCabe. Miscommunication. She'll pull for a 2. No good. And a rebound here for Ava Major.
Casey Bertonis drawing the assignment of guarding Lola McGonigal, the talented freshman for Wildwood Catholic.
Long range 3 for Ava Major is no good, and it's Wallace with the miss, or corrals the miss. Wallace over to McGonigal. McGonigal, good bounce pass. That one tipped though. McCabe tried to save it, and now it's back to Mainland. Ava Major up the other way.
McCabe never slipped the screen the right way.
Bertonis driving to the basket. The floater's no good. She drove through a couple defenders. And we're still tied here in the first quarter. Here's Wallace. A long range 3. How about this shot in and out? McGonigal nearly hit that one from the other gym. That's McCabe now. No good. Got her own miss at the moment. Still loose. Picked up by Bella Major. Major pulls up. 3 ball of her own. Banks it in.
That's 2 banked 3-pointers by Mainland.
Mainland back out in front by 3. Sub about to come on for Catholic next time out.
You know, those can be backbreakers for the opposing team.
Mikulski driving into the paint. Awkward transition right there. I'm not sure if she was trying to shoot or even pass there, Brian, but it does go out of bounds.
Yeah, Ava Sheeran got her hand on it. And Elliot McCabe limping a little bit as she goes to the bench. Anastasia Bowman into the game for Wildwood Catholic.
And McCabe does have a knee sleeve on that right leg. Here's an outside shot there from Mikulski, no good. And Ava Major back up the other way. Long pass for Bertonis. Able to corral it back underneath for Bella Major, who converts underneath the basket. 5-point lead for the Mustangs.
Great outlet pass there to Bertonis, who did a good job of just gathering it and then laying it off to Bella Major.
Vages will hand off here to Mikulski. Long range 3 on the way, no good. And a rebound there from Bowman, newly checked in the game. She can't convert though. Bertonis rips it down. Some contact underneath the basket. We're going to get a jump ball.
And Wildwood Catholic will have it. You see the play there by Bertonis, saving it inbounds right to Bella Major for the scooping right-handed layup.
Of course, Bella Major and her sister Ava will play college ball together next year. That ball is in and converted by Vages. Back to a 3-point margin.
Well, Wildwood Catholic always has great baseline out-of-bounds plays, and they proved it there with the easy bucket for Ava Vages.
Bertonis still on the right wing. A little over 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. 3 ball on the way from Stokes, no good. It's Bertonis corralling the miss. Spin move, puts one up off the glass, no good again. Got her own miss at the moment, and Catholic comes away with it. McGonigal the other way. She'll pull up. Wallace, right wing. Now going to her left, kicks it back out for McGonigal. Again, Bowman, 3 ball. Got it! Catholic ties things up at 12. So the shooting dropping for both sides here, Brian.
Well, Anastasia Bowman might be the Cape Atlantic League's most improved player over the last month. And she shot that with confidence and knocked it down.
The junior forward ties things up with a 3. Here's Bella Major. Top of the key. Dishing one back over to Stokes. Off the reset here as Ava Major has the ball now. 2:15 to go, first quarter. Tied at 12. Got a good one here so far. Foul coming as Ava Major, little underhand layup right there, wildly missed, but she does draw some contact, and she's going to walk over to the free throw line.
And that's the second foul on Vages. She's going to have to come out.
That's already the 4th team foul for Wildwood Catholic in this first quarter. Major's first is no good, so we're still tied. McCabe does check back in, though. So she walked off gingerly before, but seems to be all right. And now Ava for her second. That one's good. So the Mustangs have a 1-point lead.
Ava Major with 6 points.
And here's McGonigal. She's guarded by Bertonis. McGonigal going to her right, walled off by 3 defenders. Now Bowman. McGonigal again, right wing. Bertonis is following her. McGonigal spins into the corner. McCabe, that's a 3. Wild miss, and Wallace there to clean it up for the lead for Wildwood Catholic, their first of the afternoon.
A great anticipation of the miss by Destiny Wallace. She knifed into an area where there were no players, didn't get boxed out at all, and was able to get the putback.
Bertonis, good feed. Stokes off balance, off the glass, able to convert. And back and forth we go here at Egg Harbor Township High School.
Well, Stokes is tall and very thin, but she is much stronger than her frame would suggest. And she powered that one up and laid it in. Travel by Mikulski here.
Mikulski's shot, wave it off there, as Brian, you mentioned, a travel, so a turnover here for the Crusaders. And the Mustangs with a 1-point lead, 1:15 to play in the first quarter. We've gone back and forth. It looked like Mainland was going to start raining down threes and try to run away with it, maybe build a double-digit lead, but Catholic has fought back nicely, and they're basically trading blows right now.
Catholic scored 7 of the last 10 points in the game so far at this point.
Bella Major pull up from the free throw line off the mark, and a rebound for McGonigal. Minute to go here in the first. And the freshman's going to pull up and get it over to Mikulski. That's Lily King, newly checked in the game. Now Wallace top of the key, trying to go to her left, back out King in the corner, and she walked.
Yeah, shuffled her feet there in the corner. And it's a turnover on Wildwood Catholic.
So a sophomore guard, Lily King, turns it over there. She has over 100 points this season. Definitely a future cog to this program over the next couple of years, but good player off the bench right now. Ava Major to her sister Bella.
Little weave at the top here.
Bertonis straight on 3. Yes, sir.
That's the danger. A lot of times you have to defend that by going under the handoff, and the defender was too far off there, and Bertonis saw it, knocked down the 3.
Here's Anastasia Bowman trying to get by Stokes. She'll drive to the basket, no good. Ball's loose near the baseline. Who's going to get it here? And they're going to call, looks like a jump ball.
This will go to Mainland.
8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bertonis with 1 to shoot, puts one up. Wow. Got it at the buzzer. It's 20-14, and the Mustangs will take a 6-point lead into the second quarter. So how about Casey Bertonis going coast to coast right there? That's a clutch bucket.
Well, and it's also being composed, and a lot of teams will practice this. Coaches will tell players, sometimes you don't realize how long 4 or 5 seconds is. You could get an inbound and go all the way to the rim, and Casey Bertonis just proved it there. And that was a difficult finish. Her body was practically under the backboard, and she kind of reached back with the right hand and flipped it up and in. And you know, the one thing about Bertonis, you see her on the offensive end, but what she can do defensively, she is so versatile. You know, she guards Lola McGonigal here, Nick, who's obviously about a 5'1" or 5'2" dynamic little point guard. Okay, but in earlier games, for example, she'll also guard 6'2" Avery Harding from EHT and do a great job against her. Bertonis is the type of player defensively that can pretty much guard anyone on the floor, and that's what adds to her value, and part of the reason why she's got a Division I basketball scholarship to UMass.
Definitely helps having a bunch of future college players on the floor. As I mentioned, the Major twins will be playing, I believe it's Westchester, so they're staying together for their college careers.
And Sydney Stokes will be going to FDU.
Definitely one of Scott Benson's best mainland teams in his decade plus as the head coach. In the corner, that one's good from Anastasia Bowman. It's a long 2. Her feet were inside the line, but Catholic does cut the lead back down to 4.
Big basket there to start the second quarter after Mainland had led by 6 after the first.
Ava Sheeran, left wing underneath Bertonis. 1 dribble, kicks it back out, and that's a 3 ball for Sydney Stokes. Can't convert, and a rebound for Wallace.
Good box out by Destiny Wallace.
McGonigal up the other way, trying to go coast to coast. Awkward layup, and it's good. She kissed it off the glass.
That's a
2-point
tough
lead.
shot to get it over Sydney Stokes coming in to try to block it. Terrific finish by McGonigal. 4 straight for Wildwood Catholic.
Bella Major to her left. Now it's Bratonis. Trying to get a screen here. She's walled off to get it back over to Sheeran. Now it's Ava Major. Trying to dribble and drive. Back out Stokes. Now Bella. Bella into the paint. Driving with the right hand. Converts. Whistle. And they're going to count this basket, it looks like. They do. Foul coming on Casey Mikulski for Wildwood Catholic.
I didn't see a lot in that. But she's going to get the 3-point play opportunity here.
Not only did you not see much, Brian, you could barely hear the whistle on that call right there, too. Missed free throw, though, as Mikulski, who just committed the foul, corrals the miss. Bowman, and now we're going to get a push. They're going to hit Bella Major with this one. That's going to be her first foul for Mainland. First of the quarter for the Mustangs.
McCabe back in for Wildwood Catholic, replaces King.
So Mikulski will inbound it. Early going into the second quarter. It's only a 4-point lead for Mainland. Here's McGonigal. Driving, paint, floater, good. Boy, it's tough to stop her. You mentioned the height difference between her and some of these other players, Brian, but she is so nifty with the basketball.
Stokes is usually a very good secondary defender, and the mistake that she made there is she needed to step forward against McGonigal there, and she didn't. She kind of remained rooted under the rim, and McGonigal was able to shoot it over her.
Ava Major, long 3, no good. And a rebound there for Bella. Turnaround shot is also no good, and a rebound for McCabe. Ball slightly tipped, but Wallace has it now for Catholic. 6 minutes to go in the first half. McCabe swinging it back over to McGonigal. Quick little pump fake. She's guarded by Bratonis. McGonigal still dribbling, getting out to Bowman. Almost lost it. McGonigal again. Bratonis is on her right now. McCabe, top of the key. Long 3, no good. And a rebound for Stokes.
I didn't understand that double team there by Mainland, but they got away with it. Left a decent 3-point shooter wide open.
Ava Major pulling up for 3. That one's no good. Offensive board by Bratonis, and she converts underneath the basket.
Timeout Mainland.
This will be a full one from Scott Betson as the Mustangs put the lead back up to 4. They've only led by as much as 6, and that was at the end of the first quarter. Catholic staying in this ball game right now. Some clutch shooting from Lola McGonigal, but some missed threes recently now for Mainland on the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, and some quick threes, and I think that might be what Scott Betson, their coach, might be talking about. I mean, some of the 3-point attempts that Mainland has taken, you can get them at any time, so there's no reason to take them very early in a possession like they've done so far in this game, even though they have the 4-point lead. But Anastasia Bowman has been a nice spark off the bench for Wildwood Catholic with 5 points. And McGonigal leading them with 6. Bratonis has 9 for Mainland. Bella Major with 7.
Mainland the top seed in the Cape Atlantic League. They'll also be the top seed in South Jersey Group 3 when their playoff run begins next week. And 24-1 this season. The only loss came outside of the Cape Atlantic League, so just like the Middle Township boys, they have not lost a conference game all year, and they've beaten this Catholic team twice, Brian.
Yeah, Mainland hasn't lost a game to a South Jersey opponent. Their only loss is to St. John Vianney.
Here's Mikulski. Back out to McCabe, top of the key, quick little pump fake, kicking out of the corner. It's Wallace. They'll bring it back out as Mikulski gets over to McGonigal. McGonigal dribbling with the left hand, kicks it out. A 3-ball on the way for Lily King. She's got it. Back to a 1-point lead for Mainland Catholic, chipping away.
Well, great move by Steve DiPatri to get a shooter on the floor, and when Stokes had to help, that left King wide open for that 3 right there. All set up by the dribble penetration by McGonigal.
A decent move to the basket by Ava Major, but it's lost out of bounds as it was blocked away. But Mainland keeps possession.
Mikulski on the block shot.
Major inbounds, Bratonis, 1 dribble, turnaround shot, no good. Whistle coming, though.
Yeah, Wallace got underneath Major and didn't allow her to land. It's a good call there by the official, and Bertonis will go to the line for 2 shots here.
Destiny Wallace, her second foul. Her and Ava Vajas have 2 apiece. Second foul for Wildwood Catholic in this quarter as Bertonis nails the first free throw. Bertonis, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, and it's back to a 3-point lead.
She's in double figures with 11.
There's Wallace now, and we're going to get a whistle, so blow off this shot. Ball going back to Mainland.
We're going to call an illegal screen here, I believe, on...
They're calling it on Mikulski.
That's a good call, actually. Yeah. Mikulski was moving into Bertonis as she was trying to recover to go pick McGonigal back up. That's a good call there.
Second one for Mikulski, third for the Catholic in this quarter. Here's Bertonis.
That's an illegal screen. You have to be careful because when you're a player, you know that the officials are going to look to even that up. And Ava Sheeran moved her arms outside her body to try to set that screen. That's an easy call for the official.
That's Sheeran's second team foul for Mainland in this quarter. 4.5 to go in the half. Mustangs still lead this one by 3. We've had a close one throughout, as Catholic's been able to answer some of these big buckets by Mainland. Mikulski, ball on the right wing, going to her left, into the paint, pull-up shot, short, got her own miss, and it's back out to Bowman. McGonigal, guarded by Bertonis, she'll back off. Vaj is now top of the key, swinging it over to Lily King. King, up ahead for Vajas, and a little bit of a miscommunication right there.
Well, that's the length of Stokes, because the pass needed to go higher to get over Stokes, and it went too high and out of bounds. That was good defense of the screen and roll there by Mainland.
Able to wall her off there. There's Sheeran. Pass underneath, Bertonis, one dribble, turn around, and she lays it in. And it's getting closer to the largest lead of the afternoon, so it's a 5-point lead for Mainland.
Bertonis is just so tough. She can score from every area of the floor, and right now she's doing a lot posting up, down low.
Mikulski, back out Bowman, swinging around. It's McGonigal for a long 3. High arcing shot's going to go out of bounds over the backboard. Another turnover here for Catholic. And Wildwood Catholic's going to want a timeout here.
Mainland has its largest lead at 5, or actually close to, they had a 6-point lead, largest lead of the second quarter at 5 at 28-23, and they will have the ball coming out of this timeout called by the Crusaders. But Bertonis right now, she has 13 of Mainland's 28 points.
It certainly helps when you have a standout player like that. And as you mentioned, Brian, she's been nearly unstoppable at any point on the floor when she decides to take a shot. And she's making shots every which way, outside, inside, underneath the basket, making things happen.
Well, she's so tough to guard because that's the thing. If you put a guard on her, she goes down into the post and scores. But now if you want to make the adjustment and put a bigger player on her, she's got the ability off the dribble to take it to the basket as well. That's what makes her so tough.
As we alluded to before, Mainland is only led by as much as 6 in this ballgame. That was at the end of the first quarter. It's back up to 5 now as Catholic cut it down to 1, but they have not led in this game yet.
This is the type of game here where if you're Wildwood Catholic, Nick, you just want to remain in the game, and try to get it to that 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. And maybe, you make something happen against the Mustang team that obviously came in here as a favorite.
Beg your pardon, Cali did have a brief lead in that first quarter when they were trading baskets. There's a pull-up from Bella Major. Bank shot no good, and a rebound there for Bowman. And now McGonigal.
Can't be happy with that shot if you're Mainland out of a timeout. One pass and then a bad shot.
McGonigal now. Passing over to her right, it's Mikulski trying to get some help from Vajas. She'll go into the paint, kick it back out to Bowman. McGonigal, left wing. She likes that spot. Now she's going to hit the deck, and a foul coming.
Got her feet tangled with Ava Mazer.
That's who they will call it on. It's her first, and it's Mainland's third foul of this quarter. Long pass from Mikulski. It's Lily King. One dribble. It's got Vages. Good feedback to King. Turnaround and a quick pump fake. Now she has to back off again. Good defense here. It's poked away. Bratonis up ahead. Ava Major off the great pass. Can't convert on the other end. A good box out there.
That's a good call. That's not a good box out. McGonigal had Bella Mazur boxed out initially, but then made no attempt for the basketball. Bella Mazur tried to go around her. That is a foul. That's a good call.
The Wildwood Catholic contingent does not like it on the bench or in the stands. But it is Mainland ball after the call. Underneath, Sheeran puts one up, and it rolls in. It's the largest lead of the afternoon for the Mustangs. Here's McGonigal, who's assessed that last foul. She's got 2. Another 2.5 to play in the first half. Catholic in their largest deficit. Bowman pulls up for 3. Off the back iron, no good. And now Bella Major quickly the other way, turns around. Stokes back over to Ava. Fake the 3 underneath. Now one Sheeran, and no good. Whistle again.
Now we have a foul called on Ava Sheeran. That's going to be her 3rd. Wallace and McCabe back in for Wildwood Catholic.
So Sheeran, the first player this afternoon with 3 fouls. It's the 4th one for Mainland.
2 minutes to go. 7-point lead for Mainland. Wildwood Catholic trying to cut into it on this possession.
McGonigal over to McCabe, right wing. In the corner, it's Mikulski back up to McCabe as they play catch. Here's Bowman underneath. Guarded by Stokes, now Wallace. Wallace tried to hand it off to McGonigal, stolen away. And here comes Ava Major the other way. And she'll cruise, not to the basket, no good.
Wow.
Bella tries to clean it up.
As she does and is fouled.
Tough basketball from the Mustangs. Gonna count the basket. It's Wallace the foul.
Bratonis jumped the dribble handoff and came away with the steal. That's Wallace's 3rd foul.
Another look at it as Bella Major able to convert with contact. And now with this free throw attempt, she can make this a double-digit lead.
Riley Nagel into the game, freshman, replaces Sheeran. Sheeran has those 3 fouls.
That one's good.
10-point lead for Mainland.
McGonigal. Guarded tightly by Major. That ball poked away. I think it's going to stay Catholic ball. It is. Scott Betson, very animated near the Mainland bench. Mikulski, the inbound, finds McGonigal, guarded by Bratonis. McCabe now. It's Lily King. Driving to the paint, that one blocked away. It's loose, trying to get her own miss back, trying to save it. And out of bounds.
Stokes again on the defense.
A little over a minute to go in the first half. Mainland, this is their largest lead of the afternoon. Looking to extend it now with Bella Major.
Sydney Stokes is one of those players that doesn't put up great numbers, but man, her ability to affect the game, on the especially on the defensive end. Mainland looks like they want to hold for 1, leading by 10 here. Kind of a long time to hold the ball, for about a minute. They
Good
slip.
feed from Major. Bratonis driving to the basket, no good, but there is a whistle.
As she was held by McCabe. This foul might be on the floor, but it doesn't matter. But Wildwood Catholic's in the penalty, and Bratonis will go to the line for 2 shots.
That's McCabe's first, and as you mentioned, Brian, 15 foul for Wildwood Catholic there, so already in the bonus as Bratonis shoots 2. First one is no good.
Bratonis now 2 for 3 from the line.
Now she's 2 of 4. Missed both, but Stokes the rebound. Bratonis another opportunity at it. Hang on, she traveled.
I think Stokes got away with an over-the-back foul there.
These are two very physical basketball teams. We've seen a lot of contact underneath the basket.
40 seconds to go.
35 now. McGonigal calling out the signals. See if Catholic just holds for the final possession. Here's Bowman. Mikulski, 3-ball on the way. She's got it. Back down to a 7-point margin. And now Mainland with 20 seconds.
They have the possession arrow in their favor. They should hold for one unless you get a wide open layup.
Ava Major. Ball batted. Bratonis recovers. Dribbling. Contact as she hits the deck. And a foul coming on Anastasia Bowman for Catholic, so that will send Mainland to the free throw line once again.
Catholic fans didn't like this call, but yeah, actually the foul should have been on McCabe. McCabe tripped Bratonis.
Kind of hipped into her there a little bit too.
It was actually the knee of McCabe actually tripped Bratonis.
Bratonis was 0 of 2 last time out, and she makes that one. Some lucky bounces. There's a sigh of relief there from the senior guard. And now, her second one with less than 10 seconds to go. It's good. 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. Mainland back up by 9.
If Catholic can get off a last-second shot here.
McGonigal, cross court. McCabe driving corner. Bowman, 3. No good. And we have reached halftime here in the Cape Atlantic League final. The Mainland Mustangs up by 9 here. I'll tell you what, Catholic pulled within 1 after having a brief lead in the first quarter, but Mainland a little bit too much. Catholic just struggling to find their shot making in that second quarter.
Yeah, and Mainland starting to really get some things going around the basket. And, getting to the free throw line a lot. They actually missed 3 free throws in that period. They were only 5 for 8 from the line. But a 9-point lead here for Mainland as we go to halftime.
Well, we'll step aside. Mainland up by 9 here at the half. Take a break. Watching the Cal Finals, fueled by Body Armor on Cape Atlantic Live. Second half getting set to get underway here at Egg Harbor Township High School in the Cal Finals, fueled by a Body Armor. Nick Costco alongside a Brian Kniff here on Cape Atlantic Live. Mainland up by 9. It was a close one, Brian, throughout most of the first half, but Mainland's basket shot making just a little bit too good, especially underneath towards the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, Casey Bertonis had a big first half. She shot 5 for 7, had 15 points. Bella Mazer with 10, Ava Mazer with 6, Ava Shear and Sydney Stokes each with 2. That's for Mainland. For Wildwood Catholic, Casey Mikulski, Lola McGonigal each with 6. That's 5 points for Anastasia Bowman, Destiny Wallace with 4. 3 points for Lily King, 2 points for Ava Vages. But Mainland, one of the big things that jumps out when you look at the stats, they have 15 points off Wildwood Catholic turnovers. Wildwood Catholic with 9 turnovers in the first half. Mainland just 2. And Mainland will have the ball to start the second. One thing I know Wildwood Catholic a little upset about, Nick, is that the fouls were 11-5 in favor of Mainland in that first half.
And we saw a lot of contact underneath the basket, especially in that second quarter, as Bertonis has it for Mainland, the opening possession of the second half, and now it's Sydney Stokes. They'll find Ava Mazer for a three-pointer off the back iron, and it's Ava Vages with the rebound. Lola McGonigal now crossing the timeline.
Good look for Ava Mazer, just didn't knock it down. Excellent box out by Vages to clear the rebound.
McGonigal to her right, pivots. Now has Mikulski, she wants a 3, rattles in. So Catholic cuts the lead to 6. And talk about a great first basket in this third quarter.
And they're extending their defense here.
Ava Mazer walled off near the baseline, has to pass it back in, finds Sheeran. Now Bella Mazer for 3, trying to answer, no good. Sydney Stokes chasing the board, she's got it. Contact, now it's Mazer. Back over Bertonis, mishandled the ball. Does recover though, into
Great
the corner.
pass.
Ava Mazer, 3, no good. And it'll be Elliot McCabe corralling the miss for Wildwood Catholic, and now Lola McGonigal up the floor. Down by 6, starting to chip away at the lead here in the third quarter. Mikulski pulls up for a 2, it goes down.
Good start for Wildwood Catholic and Casey Mikulski. 4-point game now.
Nifty passing here from Mainland. Bertonis in the corner, back over to Stokes. She'll swing it over to Ava Mazer. Underneath Bella, one dribble.
Oh,
good
nice
pump
up and
fake.
under.
Could not convert the layup though as it rolls off the rim. It's loose in the corner, and it's going to be Wildwood Catholic ball.
Now, if you're Mainland, that's the look you want. It just wasn't finished. And Mainland actually missed a few layups in that first quarter, in that first half as well. They start the second half that way.
And that's pretty much what kept Catholic in the game. They were trading some brief leads. There's Vages, handoff, Mikulski, 3, well short. It'll go out of bounds.
That ball didn't come out of her hand right. I wonder if she was losing it as she was shooting it.
Boy, if she was able to nail that one, it would have brought the house down. Mainland trying to move fast up the floor. Sheeran over to Bertonis. Hop step, off balance shot, no good. Stokes trying to pull down the board. It's loose, out of bounds. It stays with Mainland as Destiny Wallace trying to take a whack at it.
Good job by Stokes to keep that alive for Mainland, give them an extra crack at it here.
Ava Mazer inbounds to Sheeran. Back over to Ava. Driving to her right, baseline pass here. It's bobbled, stolen away. McGonigal.
That's not a good pass there in traffic. And the turnover and the steal by Wildwood Catholic.
Vages back over, bad pass here. Bella Mazer up to Ava. She lost the handle on it, out of bounds, and it's going to be Wildwood Catholic ball. So the defense still there for Catholic right now, Brian.
Yeah, and that Ava Mazer is a experienced player. When you have an opportunity to grab the ball, you grab it. Don't leave it up to an official's whistle.
This one off the glass is good for McGonigal. Back to a 2-point game. Catholic answering the call right now. A 7-0 run in this third quarter. In the corner, Mazer stops, pivots, and a whistle.
Well, yeah, Bella Mazer saw the mismatch with Vages guarding her out on the perimeter.
That's Vodger's third foul. Anastasia Bowman, the junior forward, is back in. Ava Major underneath. Bertonis, too easy.
Great screen for the screener play there, and Bertonis lays it in, stops the Wildwood Catholic run.
Back to a two-possession game. Wallace going to her left, into the paint, hop step, kicks it back out. McGonigal, three ball on the way, no good. Rebound Mikulski. Mikulski gives it off. Bowman driving, wild layup, in and out. Mikulski, another chance at it. It rolls in.
Casey Mikulski with 7 in this period, 13 for the game. It's a 2-point game.
Competitive third quarter as Catholic has climbed back into it. Here's Bertonis. Now Bella Major. Over to Stokes, little pump fake. Jab step, and now it's Ava Sheeran. Three ball on the way for Ava Major, trying to answer, back iron. And Catholic could tie it with a 2, take a lead with a 3. Haven't had since that brief lead in the first quarter. Mikulski to Bowman. Little pump fake, driving into the paint. Off the glass, wild shot, no good. Ava Major, the rebound. Major watching behind her, and she's going to pull up and turn. Underneath, finds Bertonis. She's open, turns around, wild shot, no good, but a whistle.
That is the 4th foul on Destiny Wallace. And, you know, Bertonis is just so tough when you get a defender. She gets a defender on her back.
Lily King's about to come back in for her as Bertonis misses that free throw. So some rare misses at the line here for Bertonis.
Yeah, she's only 4 for 7 to this point, Nick, from the line. She does have 17 points.
Second one's on the way, so she rattles home 1 of 2. Still a 1-possession game here.
Mainland,
timeout on the floor.
Yeah, 30-second timeout by Mainland here. They lead by 3. And again, you know, I talked about this in the first half. The goal for Wildwood Catholic is, you know, stay in the game into the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left and give yourself a chance. And right now they've done that with this run here. At least to this point they've done it with this spurt here to start the second half, as they've outscored Mainland 9-3 so far in this third quarter. And they're getting a lot of their offense off some high screen and rolls with Mikulski at the top of the key.
And we know everything goes through Mikulski and McGonigal on this offense, but again, without Destiny Wallace, who's contributed 120 points coming into today throughout the entire season, 4 fouls for her. She's not going to be on the floor, so one of their key starters is going to be sitting for at least a little while. But it helps when you have a girl like Anastasia Bowman, the junior forward, on the floor right now as well, as McCabe has to inbound it to Mikulski. Mainland pressing, and now we're going to get a foul, and it's going to be on Ava Sheeran. Talk about foul trouble, Brian. That's Sheeran's 4th foul for Mainland.
Right, she's got to come out. Nagel will come in.
Now, Riley Nagel, one of the bench contributors. Again, Mainland does not have a long bench. It's very similar to the boys team, Brian, but Nagel, a freshman, expected to be a big part of this program in the future, but she's going to have to play some big minutes now in the second half. Bowman. Catholic can tie with a 3. McGonigal looking for some space. She'll drive to her left, doubled here. As you see, Bertonis trying to rip the ball out. And we need a jump ball. Catholic retains possession.
Great play by Bertonis there to cause that.
McGonigal to inbound. 3.5 to go third quarter. Finds Mikulski, turnaround 2. Oh, the outside J. Down it goes.
Great inbound play there. And it's a 1-point game.
Bella Major to her right. Stops. Top of the key. Still trying to restart that drive. Off balance. Can't get it to go. Stokes a rebound at the moment. Now we're going to get a whistle. Foul coming on Wildwood Catholic.
Stokes will get 2 shots here.
And they're going to hit Bowman.
Well, I thought Mazer was fouled on the initial shot, and there were no whistles there.
You saw Major just tumble to the court there, a lot of contact, and obviously the Wildwood Catholic fans and the bench, they do not like this call as Sydney Stokes goes to the line to shoot two. That was Bowman's second, third foul for Wildwood Catholic in this quarter.
This is Stokes' first attempt, or first trip to the free throw line. And I think we have an issue here with some perspiration or water or something on the floor. And
It's like head coach Scott Betts is going to bring out a towel at least. A short delay in this game, and here comes the mop.
so, yeah, one of the security officers will come out and clean that up. So it's kind of a free timeout for each team. This has been an excellent third quarter for Wildwood Catholic as they've cut a 9-point halftime deficit to 1.
Turned into a very entertaining game here in the third quarter. But Stokes does go to the line to shoot two. First one's good.
Again, as I said, her first trip to the line, she has 3 points now in the game.
And it's interesting, Stokes has over 200 points coming into the afternoon, and she makes 2 of 2 there. Not scoring much today, but she is affecting the game, as you mentioned, Brian, in that first half very well defensively, and she's being a problem for Wildwood Catholic down low. Mikulski over to McGonigal now. And with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. McGonigal driving, lobs one, Bowman underneath, turnaround layup, no good. Rebound, Bertonis. That's a key miss right there, as Mainland can go back up by 2 possessions.
That was a difficult shot there for Bowman. She was a little off balance. Mainland pulls it out here.
The gym is certainly quieted down as well. Tense moments in this third quarter as Bertonis hands off to Ava Major. Driving to her right towards the basket, no good. Bella trying to clean it up, a whistle as she hits the deck.
Well, and another missed layup by Mainland.
Lily King assessed the foul there. It's her first, and it's the 4th team foul for Wildwood Catholic.
Ava Mazer has not scored since the first quarter. She only has 1 field goal in the game. And that was a banked 3-pointer.
So Bella Major converts from the free throw line there.
She has 11. She's 2 for 3 from the line.
Trying to go 3 of 4 here. She got it. 5-point lead. McGonigal over to Mikulski. Back to McGonigal again. Bertonis on her. McGonigal is trying to split the defense. Whistle.
Foul does go against Bertonis. Wildwood Catholic wanted a shooting foul, but they called this on the floor.
That's only the 2nd team foul on Mainland in the third quarter. Bertonis is first. Comes the inbound. Bowman open, puts one up, short, and a rebound for Stokes. Costly miss.
The box out by Stokes. She challenged the shot and then turned around and boxed out.
Ava Major driving and no good, but a whistle and a foul coming on Elliot McCabe. That's McCabe's second.
Good move here by Ava Mazer. And McCabe basically fouled her to take a layup away.
So Major hits the first.
Yeah, that's her first point since the first quarter. She's got 7 in the game.
So Ava trying to go 2 of 2 from the charity stripe here. And misses the second. It's a 6-point lead. 5 fouls for Catholic, though, so any foul committed now will send the Mustangs to the free throw line. McCabe underneath. McGonigal lost the handle. Contact on the floor. A dive forward by King.
And we have a jump ball. Possession to Mainland.
Tough break for Catholic late in this third quarter.
Pressure by Wildwood Catholic here.
And they're trying to turn up the juice now defensively. Open is Nagel, and she'll find Bertonis. Bertonis driving, contact again underneath the basket, and a foul coming on Wildwood Catholic.
Wildwood Catholic fans wanted an offensive foul there. I think Bowman was late. We're going to get a look at it here. Oh, she's late. Yeah, that's a blocking foul. That's a good call.
That's Bowman's third, and with 90 seconds to go in this third quarter, Mainland's lead, which was cut back down to 1 in this quarter. Still at 6, though, as Bertonis misses another free throw.
Bertonis struggling at the line here.
I believe she's still the leading scorer in this game, though, Brian. She makes that one there. 7-point lead for the Mustangs.
Bertonis with 19.
McGonigal, the star freshman who had 300 points to her name coming into the game. Walled off by Bertonis, finds Mikulski. 3-ball on the way. She's got it. Much needed for Catholic. Back to a 4-point game.
Big shot by Mikulski there.
Bella Major up the other way. Little handoff here to Bertonis as they try to pull back here and bleed off some more clock in this third quarter.
Inside a minute to go. Mainland going to its delay offense here, but sometimes they'll look to score out of this. If you overplay, they'll go backdoor, as you saw Bella Major tried to do there.
Sydney Stokes gets it back over to Ava Major. Underneath. Back out Stokes. And that pass wild. Lily King a steal. A chance here underneath the basket. Pump fakes blocked away. Got it back. Trying to save it. It's McCabe now. Pulls one up, and that one's no good. And contact going down to the floor.
And Bella Major is going to walk down and shoot free throws.
Tough break there for Catholic as Lily King got the steal, couldn't get it, and then McCabe's shot was a little short.
That was a terrific play by King.
As you alluded to, Brian, we will walk the floor here, and Bella Major's going to get some free throws on the other end with 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Wildwood Mainland only has 1 field goal in this period. They've made 7 free throws. And they're keeping Wildwood Catholic in the game, or part of the reason why Wildwood Catholic's in the game is Mainland's not shooting the ball well from the line. Bella makes 1 of 2 there.
5-point lead for the Mustangs. Under 30 seconds to play in the third quarter.
The key stretch here. Wildwood Catholic has possession to start the fourth quarter.
Mikulski getting some help from Bowman. She gets it over to her. Will bounce past McGonigal. Mainland pressing here. A lot of double teams. 3-ball for Mikulski. Short. Rebound. Bertonis.
That's not a good shot.
Bertonis up ahead. Major to the basket. Count it! She'll go to the line for 1.
Yeah, that shot there with 11 seconds left leads to the run out by Mainland. And Bowman fouling Bella Major. That's a terrific finish.
That's Bowman's 4th. Her and Wallace have 4 each for Catholic as she'll check out. Ava Vodges, who has 3 fouls, is back into the ball game. And with 6.7 seconds remaining, Mainland back up to a 7-point lead.
Free
that one
no
short.
Good.
Vodges the rebound. Mikulski 4 to shoot. Crossing the timeline. Mikulski drawing a foul here.
That's actually a good foul.
Ava Major, that's her second. 1.3 to go in the quarter.
Now see, Wildwood Catholic has a sideline inbound play here to get a shot away.
So Mikulski to inbound. Looking for someone to go with it. Finds McGonigal. Has to chuck it up, and it's short. 7-point lead for Mainland after 3. Brian, again, Catholic pulled in really close. Got down to a 1-point margin. But Mainland converting and a lot of opportunities at the free throw line. Catholic missing some key shots and failing to convert on all of those turnovers they've caused as well.
Yeah, and again, the fouling by Wildwood Catholic is giving Mainland all these opportunities at the free throw line.
It's been some tough sledding.
You know, right now, and it's one of the things that the coaching staff for Wildwood Catholic was making the officials aware of. Mainland has attempted 25 free throws in this game. Wildwood Catholic's only attempted 3. And that was way back in the first quarter when Casey Mikulski got fouled on a 3-point attempt.
It's certainly been a big discrepancy, so that'll certainly be a story when we get out of this ball game. We're pleased you're with us here on Cape Atlantic Live as the Cal Finals are fueled by Body Armor. Nick Costco alongside Brian Kniff for our final game of the afternoon. Final game of conference play, so to speak. Again, ending here with the Cape Atlantic League Finals. The Middle Township boys defeated Mainland earlier this afternoon to claim their first conference title in 26 years.
So Nagel starts the fourth quarter with the starters for Mainland as Ava Sheeran is on the bench with those 4 fouls. Casey Mikulski with 12 points in that. She had 12 of Wildwood Catholic's 14 in that third quarter, and she has 18 for the game.
McGonigal off the inbound. Again, Catholic with the ball to start the fourth quarter, down 7.
1-4 set here.
And trying to start chipping away as Bratonis on her. Mikulski in the corner. Getting help from Vages. Now it's McCabe. She wants a 3. No good. Stokes a rebound. A tough one. And now Ava Major back up the other way. Ava Major driving, pivoting, and turning. Bratonis, good spin move. Pass out Bella, and a whistle coming. Another foul on the floor.
Yeah, Bratonis ended up on the ground there. That goes against Vages. The indication from the official, Amanda Feldman, was that Vages hit her in the head. That's where the foul occurred. And that's the 4th foul on Ava Vages.
Foul trouble there as Bella pulls up, missed that one, and it's Bratonis.
Wow, what a finish.
Falling backwards, gets that one off the glass, 9-point lead. McGonigal, good fake, driving to the paint, lays that one up. It goes down, and it's no shot. It occurred on the floor, and another tough break for the Crusaders.
So they call the foul on the floor.
It's on Nagel.
That should have been a continuation.
Crowd doesn't like it.
Tough break for Wildwood Catholic.
It's a big opportunity for a 3-point play. They don't get it. Here's the inbound. Lily King corrals it, guarded by Nagel. Early stages, fourth quarter.
King just got away with a carrying violation.
Elliot McCabe, pump fakes here. Thinking about it, long range 3, well off the mark. Mainland ball, just a minute gone. And we're going to get a timeout from the Wildwood Catholic end of things with 6:59 to play. Mainland up by 9, trying to push that lead back to double digits. And it just seems like Wildwood Catholic, Brian, cannot find their rhythm again that got them within 1 point and even had a brief lead back at that first quarter.
I think the thing that's frustrating to them is that they're, you make that run in the third quarter, and now here you are in the start of the fourth, and you're down by the same deficit that you were down at halftime. So I think that's part of it. I think in some ways they're getting overly frustrated with the way the game is being officiated. I think they feel like to this point they've been aggrieved a little bit. They may have a case to make in some instances. Again, when you look down and you see 25 free throws shot by one team and only 3 by the other, you're going to ask some questions.
The only question right now on this possession is if Wildwood Catholic can keep this a single-digit ball game as Bratonis takes it up the floor.
Now, the Mainland might want to try to shorten the game here. They might see if they spread the floor a little bit. A double dribble is called.
I don't think anybody in the gym expected that. That is a turnover, so worked out for Catholic there. They get the ball back.
There was no double dribble. It was just that dribble handoff. So I don't know what the official saw there, but there was no double dribble.
Well, either way, it's a turnover, and now
they were checking Casey Bratonis for blood, but she's okay. But now it looks like Mikulski has to go out as she has blood on her jersey, and they are allowed to change jerseys. That has to get reported to the scorer's table. So Mikulski will change her number to number 1.
She takes Maura Bean's jersey off the bench.
And now technically that has to get reported to the table. No one from Wildwood Catholic actually reported it, but the official did.
I'm gonna let that one go. We still have a delay in this ball game until we reset.
I think they're still wondering if Bertonis is bleeding, but now here we go.
We play on. McGonigal. Early in this fourth quarter, she has the ability to get this team back into it. A couple big shots. Getting herself from Vages. She hits the deck. It's loose on the floor. Picked up by Mainland. It's Bertonis. Bertonis over to Ava Major. Up by 9. Bella in the corner. 3 ball. No good. Bertonis, the offensive board. No one was there for Catholic, and now Mainland's going to bleed some more clock. Nagel going to her left. Will hand off. Ava Major trying to get some help from Stokes. Ava Major. A little pep in her step. Kicking it back out. Stokes underneath. Guarded by Vages. Ava Major pump fakes. Back underneath. It's Bella almost losing it. Got it back though. Again, Mainland playing the long game now.
Wildwood Catholic has 2 players on the floor with 4 fouls in Vages and Wallace.
Major back out to Bertonis, and she'll back off. Again, to be able to bleed the clock here with a 9-point lead underneath. Bella Major contact below. No whistle. It's Bowman picking it up. And now we're going to get a whistle. This one's coming on Bella Major as Mikulski tried to get away.
Mainland wanted a foul there on Vages, but I believe it was the whistles being silent was a good no call because the ball was already knocked loose before that contact.
That would have been Vages' 5th, and she would have been fouled out. She would have fouled out of the game. So close call there. Wallace, who also has 4 fouls, she's back in. Hop step driving, count it, and the foul.
Strong move by Destiny Wallace.
That'll be on Riley Nagel, the foul. That's her second.
I thought Mainland made a mistake there defensively. The closeout on Wallace was way too hard against a kid that's not really known as a jump shooter. And then she was able to find a lane to the basket and scored while being fouled.
Ava Sheeran is back in for Mainland as Wallace converts. 6-point game.
Wildwood Catholic is 4 for 4 from the line today.
So they've made him count despite the few free throws. Here's Bertonis. Almost had it slapped away.
She almost walked.
Stokes. Awkward pass. Now it's Sheeran. And now Bertonis trying to settle things down from Mainland. Wallace is pressing her. She has to be careful, though. It does have 4 fouls. And now Sydney Stokes. Mainland playing catch here. Ava Major. Trying to find Sister Bella. She gets it up off the glass. Oh, it goes down, and the foul.
The back door swung open. That's a terrific finish by Bella Major while being fouled.
That's on Vages. She has fouled out of the game with 5.
The indication is that, and that was, by the way, almost an afterthought here. That's Bella Major's 1,000th career point.
She did it in style, though. Briefly paused the game for that. Tremendous. What an accomplishment for Major.
Yeah, she needed 16 coming in. And that basket there were her 16th and 17th points of the game. And she'll go to the line after this brief stoppage to try to complete a 3-point play. The indication from the official was that Vages hit Bella Major in the face as she was going through for that reverse layup.
Bella Major, the latest member of the 1,000-point club at Mainland Regional High School. A big congratulations. And it's a timely basket, too, in the confines of this game, Brian, putting him up by 8, drawing the contact as well. As she's done her whole career, she did it in style.
Yeah, at 3,000-point scorers on this team, the two Mazer twins and Casey Bertonis. And this has been, without question, one of the Cape Atlantic League's great teams over the last couple decades, really. And, to really cement that status, you got to win this game and perhaps the South Jersey. But this has been a great run for this mainland group, especially the seniors.
Mazer cannot convert the free throw, rebounded there by Wallace.
Still an 8-point game. I mean, Wildwood Catholic is certainly not out of it.
The pageantry aside, you are right. That's Mikulski. Now McGonigal for three, trying to answer, no good, and out of bounds. We've seen some bad misses from beyond the arc this afternoon, and would make a huge difference right now.
Sheeran back in with the 4 fouls for mainland.
Ava Mazer up ahead, Bella. Ava again. Ava drawing contact, another foul coming.
That's going to be the 5th foul on Destiny Wallace.
So 2 players have fouled out of the game for Catholic, Vodges and Wallace. Lily King is back in. She only has 1 foul. Anastasia Bowman has 4. She's still on the floor for the Lady Crusaders. But it's been that type of afternoon for Wildwood Catholic. Bertonis trying to draw some contact. Spin move off the glass. No good. McCabe the rebound. And now a foul coming on mainland.
That'll go against Bertonis.
It's going to be her second.
Reaching in, a little frustration foul there.
4th foul for mainland in this quarter. 1 away from the bonus. Mikulski with the different jersey on, of course. McGonigal driving off the glass. Wild shot. Bowman, the putback. No good, but draws the foul.
So Anastasia Bowman can make this a 6-point game with 4:12 to go. She makes both.
Called that one on Ava Mazer. It's her 3rd. Bowman, no good off the first one.
Free throws critical at this juncture.
Bowman's second is good. It's a 7-point lead, but still a 3-possession game right now. Some good passing by mainland. Here's Ava Mazer. Halfway through the 4th.
Foul, yeah.
Another foul coming.
Yeah, that's gonna be the 4th on Elliot McCabe and the 4th team foul on Wildwood Catholic.
So Bowman and McCabe both have 4. It's been a rough afternoon. Stokes, quick bounce. They'll pass it back out. Bella Mazer backing off now. We'll hand off to Ava. Sheeran. Stokes again.
Mainland spreading the floor here. They're going to look to see if they can get a backdoor layup.
Bella Mazer turning around. Now it's Ava back out Bertonis. And they're bleeding more clock. She lost the ball near the backcourt line. Ava Mazer. McGonigal chasing her. Here's Bella and a foul.
That's going to send Bella Mazer to the line for 2.
That's Mikulski's 3rd for Wildwood Catholic. With 3.5 to play. Mainland preserving this 7-point lead. And Bella Mazer misses the first. Go back in.
She's missed 4 of her last 5 free throw attempts.
That's been the big difference in this game, Brian, compared to the last game we saw. As she goes 0 of 2 from the line. This will be Wildwood Catholic ball. Mainland could be well into double digits.
We're going to have a foul here on mainland on the rebound.
It's on Stokes.
And that's going to send a Wildwood Catholic player to the line for 2 shots. Let's see who the foul's on. All right, so it's McCabe that's going to shoot.
I think they called it on Stokes.
It was on Stokes.
So amid the confusion, we do walk to the other end of the floor. So McCabe will shoot 2. First one's good.
I mean, here comes Angelina Richards about to check in for the first time for Wildwood Catholic.
McCabe, 2 of 2. It's a 5-point game. Richards is in. And a timeout now on the floor as well with 3:27 to play. Mainland still holding a 5-point lead. Have not trailed since the first quarter.
Mainland is only 8 for 16 from the line here in the second half. And really, that might be more of the story as to how Wildwood Catholic is still in this game right now. Mainland should probably have a double-digit lead. We'll see what they talk about in this timeout for Wildwood Catholic. Bringing Angelina Richards, a sophomore who has not seen a lot of varsity time, but she's an athlete. And they'll certainly try to use her speed and athleticism to try to create some havoc on the defensive end.
Well, again, McCabe has 4 fouls, as does Anastasia Bowman. Destiny Wallace and Ava Vodges have already fouled out for Wildwood Catholic. And you got to watch out for Casey Mikulski as well. She has 3 fouls to her name as well. On the flip side of things, Ava Sheeran, the only one in true foul trouble with 4. Ava Major has 3 for Mainland. But both teams in the bonus now. They're both at 5 fouls apiece in this quarter.
Yeah, Mainland is only 16 for 28 from the line in the game. And, a defensive stop here and a basket by Wildwood Catholic, and you're going to get the Crusader faithful back into this game.
They're pressing here in the backcourt. Ava Major over to Bretonis. Doubled here. Ava again drawing contact. Another foul. McGonigal, her 3rd.
That's one there where I think if you're Mainland, you don't want that foul called. Ava Major did a great job stepping through that double team. They were going to have a 3-on-1 there down around the basket.
She has to shoot 2 here, makes the first. Sheeran's checking out. Nagel's back in for Mainland. And McCabe's coming back in for Wildwood Catholic as Richards was on the court briefly. She'll go back to the bench.
6-point lead here for Mainland. This shot could make it a 3-possession game. It does. Ava Major with 9 in the game.
Here's McGonigal now crossing the timeline. McGonigal over to McCabe. Now it's King, bobbled the ball. It's still loose, and it is picked up by McGonigal, though. 3 minutes to play. Catholic down 7. McGonigal driving, kicking it over. It's batted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Crusaders on this end.
Well, again, great help by Sydney Stokes. She is probably the best help defender in the Cape Atlantic League.
Billy King. Good feed. Mikulski to the basket, off the glass. It's in.
Great backdoor cut by Mikulski.
Bretonis up ahead. Good passing here. Bella Major. Stokes underneath. Has to kick it back out. Now the Majors will play catch. And another foul. That's going to be Mikulski's 4th.
Well, Wildwood Catholic faithful don't like the call, but Mikulski put both hands on her. And that's an automatic foul by rule. She put both hands on the offensive player with the ball.
Ava Major back to the line. 2.5 to play. First one's no good.
They are leaving the door open with their free throw shooting woes.
Some costly misses from the charity stripe as Ava tries to get one here. And the lucky bounce does not happen.
Mainland's 2 for 7 from the line in the 4th quarter.
McGonigal over to McCabe. Catholic only down by 5. Here's Mikulski.
It's going to get real interesting if Catholic scores on this possession.
In the
King
corner for 3. No good. Bowman, the offensive board, coming back in, puts one up. No good, but draws a foul. That foul on Bella Major, her third. So Bowman goes to the line to shoot 2.
She's 1 for 2. That was a little bit earlier in this period.
Catholic's only 2 losses this year, Brian, are to Mainland. They've lost both by double digits. This is the closest game they've played with the favored Mustangs here.
Bowman rushed that one and airballed it. Sheeran back in for Mainland, and Richards back in for Wildwood Catholic.
Bowman trying to get one down here. Can't get it. Bratonis, the rebound, up ahead. Bratonis, coast to coast, puts one up and no good. Foul on the floor. And that's Angelina Richards, her first. Newly checked in the game again. They'll send Bratonis to the line since both teams are in the bonus.
Bratonis is only 6 for 10 from the line in the game.
That one's good. Make it 7-11.
She has 21 points.
It's today's leading scorer on both ends. And she goes 2 of 2 from the charity stripe.
Now she
back to a
looks
7-point
very
lead.
comfortable with those free throws.
Time's a wasting for Catholic to try to pull within a possession. Again, they're down by 7. Ava Major, great defense, got a steal. Ava to the basket, converts.
Great defense by Ava Mazur with the steal there.
Mikulski now in the corner. King, it's McGonigal. McGonigal driving, wave off the shot here.
McGonigal will go to the line for 2, though, as Mainland's in the penalty.
That one's on Bratonis. It's her third. So McGonigal trying to get 2 freebies here.
Mainland a 9-point lead.
Couple bounces of the basketball from McGonigal. The first free throw's in and out. Less than 2 minutes to play, and McGonigal goes 0 of 2 from the line, and it's Bella Major with the rebound. She hits the deck. That was McGonigal. Contact and another foul on Catholic, her 4th. Major hit the deck there. Looked like McGonigal had all ball there, but perhaps a little too much contact on that foul call there.
Basically, she tripped over her foot, so it's a blocking foul. It's an easy call for the official.
Free throw here for Major's no good.
She's missed her last 5 attempts from the line. Been a frustrating day for her from that perspective. She did score her 1,000th point earlier.
Trying to make it a 10-point lead. Can't do it. And a rebound here from McGonigal. She's being doubled. Now McCabe up the floor. 90 seconds. Pass underneath. King pulling it back out. Mikulski to her left. Driving. Blocked away by Stokes.
And there's that help side defense again.
Ava Major up the floor. Trying to go coast to coast. Finds Bratonis underneath. Hits hard by McCabe. So Bratonis is going to go to the line. And that should be assessed to McCabe. That will be her 5th foul. It is. She has fouled out. She's the 3rd Catholic player to foul out today.
Mainland fans weren't happy with the contact there, but we looked at the replay and not an intentional foul there. I think McCabe was just trying to recover, and you see it here. Yeah, and she just couldn't slow down and banged into her.
Bratonis puts one up, and no good.
It's 2 shots.
And there was some confusion down on the floor there. She will shoot one more.
We have no 1-and-1 anymore in high school basketball.
Bertonis, her second. Also no good. So still a 9-point game. They got to score fast though. Richards up the floor. Mikulski to McGonigal. Long range three. Oh, it goes down. Timeout here. It's a 6-point game. Lola McGonigal saying Catholic not going away yet.
That's a big shot there by McGonigal. That keeps throws Wildwood Catholic a lifeline here and keeps them down, brings them within 6 with 1:03 to go. Now remember, any defensive foul by Wildwood Catholic will send Mainland to the line. And also of note, the possession arrow, if it becomes an issue here, is in Mainland's favor.
Well, I'll tell you, Brian, if McGonigal doesn't nail that three, this one might be pretty much done. But she's kept them alive here. Only a 2-possession game. With Mainland struggles at the free throw line at the moment, Crusaders can really chip away here quickly with just 63 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and it's Mainland has shot 38 free throws in this game.
That's the biggest discrepancy right now.
They're only 4 for 13 in the fourth quarter, and that's basically what's kept Wildwood Catholic in the game.
Yeah, and Catholic has had 3 players foul out. Starters Casey Mikulski and Lola McGonigal have 4 fouls. Anastasia Bowman, who's on the floor as well, she also has 4 fouls. So the foul troubles are not over. Ava Major to inbound. Long pass up ahead. Bella was open, driving to the basket. Easy 2, and it's back up to a 7-point game.
Yeah, Wildwood Catholic overplayed there. Mainland saw it, and Bella Major with the layup.
Bowman. Good pass underneath. Richards puts one up. They believe that one was blocked away. Catholic wanted a foul, and Ava Major's going to get credit for the block there. That one's no good as well. Richards, the offensive board. Got it stripped away. Ava Major with the basket. Major up ahead. Bounce pass open as Stokes. Converts.
That might do it.
10-point lead for the Mustangs.
30 seconds to go.
McGonigal just driving. Bounce pass goes off. I believe a Mainland player. This will be Catholic basketball with 23 seconds, but the Mustangs a 10-point lead, just too much in that third quarter, and kept that lead just enough away from the Crusaders. Mikulski over to McGonigal. McGonigal trying to find space, just chucks up a shot, no good, and a foul.
She'll go to the line for 2 here.
Now one on Bertonis, her 4th. With just 14 seconds remaining in this ball game. McGonigal's first is no good.
McGonigal's 0 for 3 at the line.
Well, it's been a competitive game today. Definitely the best one Catholic's played against Mainland, but they're staring at now their 3rd loss to the top-rated Mustangs.
14 seconds to go. It's Mainland by 9.
Here's Bella Major now. Trapped in the backcourt, gets over to Ava. 10 seconds. She'll cross the timeline. Over to Bertonis. And that is going to do it. She'll dribble it out. The Mainland Mustangs are your 2024 Cape Atlantic League champions with a 61-52 victory over Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah, Mainland really did a lot of it with its defense. And they could have put this game away much earlier if not for poor free throw shooting, but they certainly did enough. And you know, probably, you know, Mainland was the best team in the league all year, and they're the best team standing, or they are the team standing as the league champion. So congratulations to Mainland. And you know, Wildwood Catholic, it's a shame for them very good team this year, and they couldn't be the best in the league because they ran into a buzzsaw against Mainland, which is, again, one of the great historic teams in recent Cape Atlantic League history.
It was certainly a transition once Kylie Watson graduated and went off to play college basketball, Brian, but Scott Betson, all the credit in the world to him to just keep developing these girls from freshmen all the way to their senior year over the last few years, and they've just been absolutely dominant. And it looks like we're going to get head coach Scott Betson with the victorious head coach. Once again, Coach, first of all, congratulations on the Cape Atlantic League title. Catholic kept it close at a lot of points during the basketball game, but you guys ended up prevailing even despite some struggles at the free throw line.
Not exactly pretty for either team from the free throw line. That was a little bit tough. But, credit to them. Those kids really compete their rear ends off. They hit a bunch of big shots, especially down the stretch. Our kids just made a couple of crazy athletic plays there in the second half.
Coach Casey Bertones, 23 points today, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And, I know she's the type of kid today. She's guarding a 5'1" or 2 dynamic point guard. You've had her guard 6'2" forwards before. What she does for you guys at both ends of the floor.
I mean, she's a godsend. For my money, she's the best defensive player I think I've ever seen. In that she can guard all 5 positions on the floor. She routinely erases kids, average, cuts them about in half. And, she handles the ball for us. She scores. She does everything. She played great today. I'm so proud of her.
It's got a lot of pressure on your kids because everyone anointed you guys as the best team in the league coming in, and you have more to go with the state tournament. But now that the league season complete and you're the champion, you got to be proud of your kids.
Yeah, I'm just I'm happy for my seniors. I tried to tell them at the start of this tournament, it kind of feels like a birthright for them because this is all they've ever known, but I'm trying to tell them how special this is. This isn't routine. This isn't normal. But those kids just love to play basketball. They love to play together, and it showed.
Leaving here with this one, Coach, how do you transition from winning this Cape Atlantic League title to now #1 seed in your playoff group starting next week? It seems like you have more to do here.
Yeah, the way we treat the Cape Atlantic League tournament is that it prepares us for the state tournament. This is it's a great tournament. It's a great event. It's a super fun atmosphere. But we all know that the real goal for us starts next week.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations once again on your victory here this afternoon.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your coverage as always.
You got it. Thanks, Scott Betson. Appreciate him coming on, and he's about to grab the trophy. They'll do that presentation here momentarily. We'll see if we can get a mainland player to come on with us as well in a moment.
Yeah,
they introduce them. We'll go over the final scoring totals here. For the game. We mentioned Casey Bertones, and she's been named the MVP. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Bella Mazer with 19, including her 1,000th career point. 11 for Ava Mazer, 6 for Sydney Stokes, 2 for Ava Sheeran. For Wildwood Catholic, Casey Mikulski with 20, and she had 14 of them in the second half. Lola McGonigal with 12. 7 for Destiny Wallace, 6 for Anastasia Bowman, 3 for Lily King, 2 apiece for Ava Vages and Elliot McCabe. Mainland goes to 26-1, Wildwood Catholic 22-4.
It's amazing to see, Brian.
22-3, excuse me, 22-3.
It's amazing.
Their only losses were to Mainland.
It's amazing to see what Mainland has done, as we've alluded to a couple times during this broadcast. Since having it, you have an all-star player like a Kylie Watson, who's currently over at Notre Dame playing Division I basketball, but it just seems like it just doesn't stop now for Mainland. You get more college players. Other players are going to be playing Division I basketball, as we mentioned. Bertones going to UMass next year. The Major Twins are going to be playing at Westchester. It's like the machine just keeps rolling here for Mainland.
Yeah, these kids, these seniors have won a lot of basketball games for this program, and they are, certainly have been rewarded for their efforts. They've really done a terrific job through, and they're not finished. As you mentioned, they have a state tournament coming up, and in Group 3, they're the #1 overall seed, and they really